Welcome to the 2024 ICC Men's World Team Championships from Leda Lanes, Nashua, New Hampshire. Paul Grant, Greg Gouillart live on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. We're going to shift over to lanes 29 and 30. The number 2 seed, Drywall Concepts, actually number 1 now, Drywall Concepts, 1 point over Academy Lanes. They're taking on number 3 seed, A+ Accounting, who just took 5 of 3 off Maria Subs. Drywall went 8-0 in the last match. Underway is Jeff Lapierre and Gerry Dunn to the left of him. Gerry Lapierre is his father, not related to Scott Lapierre. This is 2 points for a win, 1 for a tie, 2 for total. The final qualifying round match, 11 of 11, 12 teams in each conference, each group. Greg, you're on the technology and the sound. Jeff an 8, Gerry Dunn a 9. Top 5 of 12 teams get in the playoffs. The top seed gets a 2-round bye into the semifinals tomorrow afternoon. The opening round playoffs are next after this match, a separate broadcast. Jeff, tough 3-3 split. Gerry Dunn, left-hander on lane 29. Missed left, but steals 8. One of the 8. Jeff Lapierre had a 162 yesterday. Hooks right. The number 1 seed right now. Academy Lane's taking on Oakland Park Bowling Center further down. We'll get an update on that throughout the afternoon. You could say these two teams could cancel each other out and Academy can get right back to that number 1 spot where they've been pretty much all the way through. Gerry Dunn, spare. (19) the ball through 2. Lapierre, a pair of 8s, 16 through 2. So already A+ has a 3-pin lead plus the ball, courtesy of Gerry Dunn. The defending champions and 5-time world champions, A+ Accounting. They won in the Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada at Fairlanes. What a thrilling match that was. A match of a lifetime on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Free to subscribe, never a charge. Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Like and follow us on Facebook. Here's Austin Barnes on lane 30 for Drywall Concepts. Right in the middle and punches out 3. The 9 behind the 3. Blake Doucette, singles knockout winner in 2023. He's got a 4-2 split. Here's Austin Barnes on lane 30. Beautiful ball. Bounces all but the 3 and the 7. Doucette, wow, what a shot for a spare for A+. 10 of the ball to start his match. Barnes trying to get 1. Field goal for an 8. A+, 2 marks to none so far on their favor. It's a 5-pin lead early on.
Sorry about that, folks.
It's okay.
Still trying to figure out the tech specs.
Yeah, we're trying to move over here. And Austin Barnes in the pocket. It's going to be 7, 2-8 half Worcester, 7 left. Blake on the bonus, 2 accurate, a spread eagle, 14 through 1. Greg Gouillart on the technology and the sound. He'll be calling the middle string. Big matchup here. Barnes can't get it to go. The wood came from behind for the archery pin. Blake, this is a 1% chance to convert. He gave it a ride. If Drywall Concepts takes 8, they control their destiny. If it's a tie, if they take 7, Academy takes 8, it goes to pinfall. I'm not sure yet who has that. We'll get the notes as soon as possible. Austin Barnes gets a 10. 20 through 2, I believe.
18.
I'm sorry, 18. And Doucette, 24 through 2 now. So Greg will explain the substitution policy here in a second when he gets a chance. As JB, Jason Gauthier Jr., now in Waterville, Maine. originally from Western Massachusetts, taking on Justin Corkum, who won his first title last year in the reserve role. He's getting a lot of action this week, and he was anchor a couple of matches as well in the 5th spot. Some valuable experience. Very good bowler. JB takes off the 6-9-10. Justin uncorks it on lane 29, left-hander for a strike, 9. 8-pin left up. JB trying to work out of it, goes too far left, 1 and a 3.
Quite clearly, I've got the teams the wrong way around on my thing, but we'll just leave it that way. Drywall started on the right and A+ on the left.
Semantics. Corkum spare. Great start.
The bowlers are right, to be clear.
JB 10. A+ on a roll right now. They have the early lead. And you have Academy Lanes right to the left of them, taking Oakland Park. JB off the left, only 4. Sluggish start for Drywall Concepts after that big high last match. Corkum first strike, 8. Make it 9. 10-pin for another one, 19 through 1. JB trying to work out of this one. What a try, he got it! Whoa, what a shot for a spare. Nico, take a video of that one. $20 in the ball through 2. Justin, 2 in a row. 29 in the ball through 2 for A+. Who is this guy? $18-pin lead for A+ right now. Marc Carrier, the owner of the 1-7-10 Sports in Augusta, Maine. That's right, I referenced somebody. You have a 1-7-10 lead. Matt Harnett in the 4th spot. Matt, 5 titles. They've won 3 on the road. Couple in Bangor Brew Lanes. Deadly competitor as Marc Carrier. Marc Carrier has 3 house records at all playing Belfast, Maine. Beautiful ball, but splits 2 and 1, 6 right, 2-4 left. Also owns the business Drywall Concepts. Matt Harnett, goalpost. This is an incredible matchup here. Carrier, great try, 2 full in the object pin, 4 left, 6 right. Matt trying to send that wood over. What a shot, turns around, won't go. Marc Carrier, Marc with a C. Carrier with 2 R's, a 9 to start his match. Matt cleans it up for a 10.
I'm going to actually take the headset here, and I'm going to take it off you for a moment here. Harnett got a 10 on that, and I'll mark that accordingly. And just got to do a little technical wizardry here as we untangle this. That's a big strike by Carrier. 19 plus 2 through 2. Harnett splits. Easy, Paul. We got it. Hang on. The trials and tribulations, as he says. Okay. You're good there?
Harnett gave it a ride, just missed that 7, spun it all the way from the east coast to the west coast. Thought he had it. That was a terrific shot, so close. Gets a 10 instead. 20 through 2. Anchor bowls now.
Harnett very solid on the pinning, even though he had the splits.
19-pin lead for A+ accounting, 2 marks for each side. Nate LeBlanc for A+, rising star Kai Hunt for Drywall Concepts. The final match. The playoffs are next on Candlepin Bowling Network. Hit that subscribe button. After you subscribe, hit that bell icon. Get notified when we go live. Never miss a ball. Hunt Only 4. Nate LeBlanc. LeBlanc without the C being pronounced. Silent C.
En français, bien sûr.
I don't know 2 words in French.
Quel dommage.
Au revoir and croissant.
C'est 3 mots.
Kai takes Nate. LeBlanc, a 9. What a great sport. It's unbelievable. Candlepin bowling for almost any age. Get the word out. Never too late to join a league. Please support your local bowling centers. Invest in Candlepin gift cards this holiday season, all season long. Great stocking stuff, but also for birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, any occasion, anytime. Please support, again, your local bowling centers. Invest in Candlepin bowling with Candlepin gift cards. Kai Hunt crossing over 7, 3, 9, 10. LeBlanc just 3. Hunt trying to kick it over somehow. That's not an easy shot. Got the object pin, the 3, but it's the 9 and the 10. Time to pick your favorite pin. Doucette. Oh, kick up the wall for the 4 for a spare. 19 of the ball through 2. Kai Hunt and 8. Just 16 through 2. Substitution policy, Greg.
And an update at the top of the order, why not? We see 22 pins there, 89 to 111. That's official. Substitutions can be done before the halfway point in a string and not on a mark. But 7 of the 10 bowlers have gotten a mark already. 3 open marks to 2, A+ accounting. Off and running, 5 marks to 2.
Not many bowlers can say they have 3 200 games in their career. Gerry Dunn is one of them, including a 214. It's the most recent one. He keeps those arms locked, it seems like. Locked and loaded, slightly angled. Left-handed crossing over. The bucket shot they call in Canada. Jeff Lapierre for a strike. That looked good, only 8 somehow. 6 right, 7 left. Wood rolling around. Gerry 24 through 2. Jeff 16 through 2. 31% chance. 31.99. 30.99. Jeff with the wood. Good try. Spins around. Throws the ball in everything but the kitchen sink.
I was just going to say.
Dunn. Solid pinner as usual. 10. 34 through 3.
And Lapierre takes a 9.
Much 25 through 3. Greg.
Much ado has been made about the monochromatic jerseys or players wear. Now, there's an interesting question. It's interesting how, with, I think, no exceptions, every single team usually chooses 3 different color identities. What I'm curious about is how there isn't even one team that chooses to wear the same color across all 3 days and maybe make color a part of their trademark, I would say. Instead, we usually see a rotation of colors. It's a decidedly monochromatic set from A+ accounting. Drywall Concept, I believe, was wearing purple on one occasion yesterday.
I'm wearing 3 colored shirts every 3rd day. Light blue,
they all say
deep blue, and red.
And they all say Candlepins for Cancer, don't they?
Yes, of course. Got to promote the charity. Helping balls going through cancer treatments. Okay, back to live action. I think we're freezing up a little bit there. No, we're all set. Okay.
No, we're set.
Gerry Dunn has the 1, 2, and the 10. 5 up, 5 down for Jeff Lapierre. Only the first of 3 strings on Candlepin Bowling Network. Dunn, missed left. Two stacked teams. Jeff Lapierre, Gerry's son, almost. Again, Scott Lapierre, not related. Gerry, field goal, $8.
Nobody heard that noise for what it's worth, Paul.
All right, take over a second here, Greg.
No worries. Lapierre will take a 10 box. The Slime Pirates. That's Slime Pirates, the mnemonic for my last name, Gouillart. Blake Doucette and Austin Barnes. If I can pull this up, I believe I've got averages I can share as well as we go along. Blake Doucette, 1, 3, 4, and 7. And Austin Barnes with the 3 pins. That's gone. 1, 3, 4, 7 collected by Blake Doucette, and he's got 2 marks in the past 3. Barnes. Only one of 2 people who've ever gotten north of 200 in the Easter Classic in the Leda lanes right here. The 20-game annual competition that brings out the best of the best, including some of the Canadian faces you see here.
And we still have not had a Sean Dion sighting yet. 3 matches, we cover them now, at least yet.
The legend of Sean Dion, one of the greatest substitutions in world's history.
168, how about that? Yeah, 3rd string.
John Zernicke is the other man who rolled that 211 during the Easter Classic. Doucette splits, 5 and 1. Tough go of that on the film. This one's on the head pin for Barnes, but he gets the 4, 9, and 10. At least the wood sits pretty in front of the 9, 10. Does that other piece come forward? Maybe, just maybe. Instead, I think it's going to sit back there and be of no good. Five and 9 pin taken out by Blake. Barnes taking a try at this. Obviously, he can clobber the 9 and 10 with the plank, but how in the world do you get the 4? Probably have to leverage the 4 somehow. Let's see. No, he will use the wood here. You see the wood was trying to come off the wall there, but it just didn't in the end.
All right, I got the sheets in order here, ready to go whenever you're ready.
Sounds good, I'll finish this out.
Yep.
Doucette rips out just the 6 pin for a 7. Tough development, but still 45 through 4, a decent start. Pretty good start, I'd say, even. Barnes takes 9.
All right, quick update, Greg, if you could.
Oh, sure. 28 pins up for A+ accounting. Mark's just 6 to 1 right now. That's the advantage. 6 pins extra in the pinning as well.
Both on spares. Justin Corkum, great start. 29 in the ball. 20 in the ball for JB, Jason Gauthier Jr. Justin from Lunenburg, Nova Scotia. 35 years young, 120 league bowler, peak average 123.7 officially. Great high single of 198, high triple 468, a high 5 of 682. On the crossover at 8, wiggling 5, tries to get to 8, won't get there. 37 through 2. JB 6, 1, 2, 3 in the 10, 26 through 2. First of 3 strings, the final round. The opening round playoffs are next. The 3 in a row, run by the wood. Justin's mother got him involved. Nine for him, 9 for JB. 46 for Justin, 35 through 3 for JB, now in Waterville, Maine. At 200 in the mixed worlds. Academy Lanes Pub 125 this past June.
Gauthier has a 113 average in the first 3 days of competition. Justin Corkum, a 117 average.
Peak average 119 for a season so far. A bright, bright future. Another one young rising star in the game. Justin Corkum drops 9. 2 pin for a spare. And JB just turned 27 recently. He's got a wobbling check mark. That 3 is the wobbling pin. 5 to the left, and right at that 3 is the 610. Traditionally called the 3-5, 610.
This sleeve is just trolling him. First that wobbling piece of wood that threatens to get over, and then that another piece of wood that thought it would be in the way. But actually, I think it'll sit pretty for JB in the end.
Justin, his third mark. He missed it. JB couldn't quite uncheck it. That's a Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third. Wants that one back. Never a good time for that unless you win. Great start though, 56 through 4. JB a 10, 45 through 4. One hit for each side. A plus has to lead by 30. Follow the Friday Night Pro League game of the week on Candlepin Moline all 35 weeks during the regular season. Match 10 coming up next Friday night, no match. This week due to the World Tournament. Scheduled match pending approval, Academy 1 and Central 3, defending champs. Academy 1, Central 3. Matt Harnett forced in the post. 2-10s to start. Marc Carrier's on a strike, 19 plus 2. 1 of the 3 for a spare. Harnett, beautiful ball, beautiful spare. 30 in a ball through 3. Perfect so far. 10 spares and strikes in Candlepin. A perfect game. Carrier missed right. 9 in the strike. 28 through 2. Matt in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Carrier 9. 37 through 3. A plus, 2 marks to none. Both spares, 1 here from Matt Harnett. 123 league ball, a peak average 132. High single 189, high triple 492. On the head pin, 1-1 split. 2 left. The 6 gets nudged with a wood. It falls. Huge break. 9 in the fill, 39 through 3. Carrier, 4 horsemen plus the 9 in back. Harnett missed it. Him and Justin missed a single pin. It's going to happen. Up to 72% to convert. Stats by Candlepin Moline Network without wood. Carrier takes an 8 with the ball to go. Matt 10, 49 through 4, 9 for Carrier, 46 through 4, anchored to time now. This is important for Drywall Con. They take 8 points. They get a 2-round bye into the semifinals tomorrow afternoon. But a tough match against A+, who just beat Maria Subs, who clinched a playoff spot. Maria Subs will either be the 4th or the 5th seed, more than likely. Kai Hunt on the left. Nate LeBlanc. Nathan LeBlanc officially. We call him Nate. Got a 129 overall average. We talked yesterday, he has a 141 season high average for league once upon a time. That's pretty impressive.
JB 44 through 4. Instead.
Right. Okay, thank you for the update. Nate has a high single of 199. The 41-year-old are on lane 30 here in Nashua, New Hampshire, Leda lanes. Plucks out the half, puts to right, 3 in the 9. And that's on a spare. A terrible 2. 21 through 2. Kai Hunt, strike. LeBlanc gave it a ride, couldn't get to the 10.
Nate LeBlanc has the highest average on A+ accounting, 122 through the first 3 days of play.
LeBlanc 10, 31 through 3 in the first of 3. Kai Hunt has 28 strings of 170 in league play so far, even at 179 in practice. before through 176 in league play. Kid is a monster.
And top average of his team, 119.
And so mentally tough, too. Father Brent Hunt has coached him a lot. Brent keeps track of all his stats. Beautiful ball, only 8 somehow. Hunt on the strike. First ball, 6, 1, 3, 9, 10. 6 right, 8 left for LeBlanc. A piece of wood to maybe help. No go. It goes for Kai Hunt, though. Spare on strike. 36 through 3, 46 to the ball through 4. Here he goes again. This guy's exciting to watch, isn't he? He does pull in one of the fastest houses. The fastest house in Maine for sure. Newport Entertainment Center, Newport, Maine. LeBlanc 10, 41 through 4. Top of the order update from the soothing sounds of Greg Gouillart.
Then that's me. 25 pins up for A+ accounting right now, -1 mark. Just the one by Kai Hunt right now in the early going. 7 marks to 4 as nobody got one. You put a pitchfork on that 4th frame for A+ accounting if you're using the CompuScore system. But there you go, A+ accounting off to the early lead.
Lapierre, beautiful ball, spins 8. 35 through 4 coming in. Gerry Dunn, 42 through 4. Both not on marks. 5 of the 7 with Jeff, no wood, no luck. Gerry Dunn powers 8. He's got goal posts. 2 tough leads. He's got some wood to work with at least. Jeff has made the shot a few times in his career. Not that time. Not that it was easy. Gerry takes his time in lane 29. Home of the Easter Classic, April 20th, 2025, a late one next year. With the wood, no. Jeff on the 5 for a 9. 44 half. Gerry Dunn, the left-handed, missed right for a 9.
So
51 at the half.
So you take a look at the high averages on each side. For the left division, Danny Allard, 124 is the high average going into today. That's in the seemingly more difficult other side of the house. And then Adam Melanson, 123. Corey Smith, 122. Cole Fry finished second in high average last time around, 121. Calvin Locke, 119. Troy Fournier getting better and better with time, 117 an average as well.
Jeff Levitt still rolling down, 8. A piece of wood to the right, 1 in front. Go for the one on the right, I would think. 5 middle, 8 left. If they could take 8 points, they clinch the #1 seed, Drywall Concepts. But tough matchup with A+ accounting, defending champs. And there's the 1710 Sports Center, I believe I call it, Marc Carrier's house for A+ accounting for Gerry Dunn. Bosley League, great aim for a bowling center. Lapierre, spare. On the board, 54 and a ball through 6. The old Channel 5 jackpot shot here for Gerry Dunn. Gerry with the G. Dunn with 2 ends.
By the way, 6 through 10 is Troy Fournier, Brian Kroll, Clayton Matheson, Chris Merrill, and Sean Sears.
7 for Dunn, 58. Through 6.
Couple marks here.
I'm sorry, another ball to go. Let's make it 8. My mistake?
Yep.
I'm ahead of the curve. My muscle in the future, my brain's in the past. We got Steve Reno Sr. Hopefully we get to talk to him later on. Maybe, if he's available. We give him an option. So I missed those last two. I couldn't see those last 2 balls here. So Barnes 37, Doucette 45. Coming up. Austin goes right, 1, 2, 7, 10. Doucette on the head pin, he splits again. 3, 6 right, 4 on the left. I guess you could say advantage Austin Barnes to that wood to go to that 7 pin. He will get it, treetop the 10 for a spare, wow. 47 at the half plus 1, Doucette. 3 right, 4 left.
High averages on this side of the house, Josh Daly and Tim Douglas, both on 127. I see Daly listed ahead of Douglas, so that might be a question of decimals.
Doucette 853 half.
There are a lot of people saying, oh, Tim Douglas is not as accurate as he used to be. Don't know about that, guys. Justin Waters in third, another out of Academy Lanes, 126 average. Jim Aon, Dave Barber, Lucky Strike, 124, 123. And then 6 through 10 is Danny Harris, Sean Baker, Nate LeBlanc, you see here, Matt Nichols, and Joey Lister.
The freight train Joey Lister.
Matt Nichols had a high average in the mixed internationals that took place at Leda Lanes a few years ago.
Barnes, the setback shot they call in Canada. Blake Doucette, 7 left, 136 in front. He's at 53 at the half. Barnes was on a spare. It's a 7 fill. Give him 54 at the half.
I believe Chris Bovair was the only better average that year than Matt Nichols.
Barnes, tough shot, still is. Trying to clip that wood on the left side, in front of the 6. Blake a little too far right, 1 on the 7. Blake, John Doucette. Austin takes a 9. 63 through 6. Doucette, field goal for an 8, 61 through 6.
4 splits already for Barnes. That's part of the reason he's a little stuck right now. Pinning pretty well, though. Again, we're seeing splits more often than not on our head pins here. Leda Lane's tough pins. You gotta hit them the right way or they just don't break apart. And that's holding true in this match as well.
Jason Gauthier Jr. 4-4-4, 44 through 4. Justin Corkum 56 through 4. Justin just missed a single pin for a spare, and he's lucky to have 4 in a row.
Gauthier takes out 6-4 Horseman.
Left-hander bears down, can't push the 4 down left, 6-10 right.
5 for 5 on the head pin is Corkum right now. Only his first split, if you can believe that.
Gauthier try to ride down the horses. No. Those look simple. Just about 1 in 3 times. A little over 1 in 3 times they convert. Stats by Candlepin Bowling Network, about 36%. That's for Class A bowlers without wood. Corkum tries to send it over. Won't go. Nice try. Jason Gauthier Jr. a 10. 54 at the half. Justin, no, 9. 65 at the half. Jason Gauthier Jr.'s father, Jason Gauthier Sr., with his wife Tiffany Gauthier, are in the Candlepin Top 5 live show as the 3rd seed next Saturday, November 16th. Greg and I will be at the Big 20 in Scarborough, Maine. The Candlepins for Cancer, 95% any doubles. Top 5 live show. Watch it on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, that bell icon after so you get notified when we go live.
Oh, whoa. Third bowler might be wrong here. I think is it possible we have Cody Bork instead? 1 second.
I think he may come in now. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sorry, you're right. Cody Bork came in.
Thank you, chat. There we go.
Yeah, okay, thank you. I didn't think that was Corkum at first. I know he's left-handed and bears down. So it's Cody Bork, the last box. I can't see from this angle, honestly. So it is Cody Bork in relief.
Or just in now, actually.
Yep.
Sorry,
yep.
folks.
Yep.
Gauthier
so JB got the spare.
spare.
Yep, sorry. Are you trying to give me the double talk? Curly would say in the Three Stooges. Bork frustrated with that shot on the check mark. Gets some great experience. He gets Nate. They combine for 73 through 6. You can substitute after 5 boxes before the 6th box, as long as you're not in the mark. JB 64 in a ball.
Yep. Little sheepish. Yes. Cody Bork's name has been up there the whole time, I will say. So 6 for 6 on the head pin. Look at those 2 opening spares.
We get a mark right now. Let's see any marks coming up here on the board here coming up. Going to have Kevin Burns here in just a moment. Within just a moment, Kevin. Marc Carrier, Matt Harnett, not on marks.
There it goes.
Now there is strike for Matt Harnett. Perfect start, pretty much, almost. Anyway, pin left, I believe. No, he had a spare 9, right? No pins off the deck, I don't believe, right, for him?
For Harnett, yeah. That's right.
59 plus 2 through 5.
Carrier escapes for 9.
All right, Kevin Burns, update. I'll get the scores here. I'll give this to Greg to read if you'd like. On the other side.
No, thank you.
I can read those, okay? So Outlaw Rides in first place, 64 and 16. Fenway, 62 and 18, 2 points behind. Birchill Siding, 49 and 31. Team USA, 46-34. Leda Lanes, 46 and 34. Harnett on a strike, spread eagle. On the bubble right now, Kingswood Bulletproof, 4 behind it, 42 and 38. They'll need some help. The Hatchman also at 42-38, but the pinfall goes to Kingswood Bulletproof by a mile. Harry's All-Stars needs a lot of help to get in on life support. Stars and Strikes, Bolorama, the 2 Boloramas, and 2.64 not eligible for the playoffs. So Outlaw Rides, Fenway Academy, 2 points separate them. Birchill, 49 points. Team USA, 46. Leda Lanes, 46. Kingswood Bulletproof, Hatchman still in the hunt at 42 points. Thanks, Kevin Burns.
Tough 5 fill here for Harnett. Hit his object pin twice.
I got the standings over here, too, for our group. You got those? Oh, Kevin, I have them, too. Kevin, we'll get those in a moment. All right, Greg, quick update if you could while I was taking care of that stuff.
So a 5 fill and an 8 box for each of them. So 5 fill and an 8 box for Harnett, I mean to say, and then an 8 box for each. 306 to 290, I have it. That is correct. 16 pins up. But Drywall Concepts stacking up spares. And here comes Kai Hunt to fill one of them now. So pay attention to those bonus balls. And he's filled it with 10. Spare sandwich. Strike, spare, strike. Nate LeBlanc splits out. He's got a 3 and 2. Just wide of the 3-6 pocket. Drywall Concepts in first place in 66 and 14. Academy Lanes just 1 back, as Academy took 6 and Drywall took 8 in their last match. So an important seeding battle here, and that's why we've transitioned you over to these lanes. LeBlanc takes 8. 49 at the half. Eight pin's wiggling, 10 pin drops. That's not a whole lot of good to Kai Hunt.
Oh, it did go.
Oh, okay.
Leaning pin. There must be that leaning pin. Say, person works in the Kegler's Den. Jerry Van Dyke, Class C, Atlantic Candlepin Single Star, made that shot against Andy Klemper without wood for a spare. And helped them win their match. That's on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Jeremy Van Dyke and Andy Klemper. He has 602 that day also in Class C.
High fives all around. That's fair and a spare. Spare on strike. And another 20 box for Kai Hunt.
86 in the ball. 6. Incredible. I'm really not surprised. This kid has got it.
He's got another fiendish split, and he can't work out of it on the spare anyway.
Kai's just 21 years old.
Works out of the split well for 10. Isn't it just interesting how really it seems as though each team has had the same number of, well, there's 4 more head pins hit by A-plus accounting, but also more splits and thin hits to go with it. So really the opportunities have been just about equivalent.
Drywall trailed earlier, now up by a touchdown right now, and they got 3 hits to none in this on their side.
Yep.
The first, third, and fifth bowlers. Gerry Dunn trying to rally his troops. Drops 8. 5 middle, 8 left. Jeff Lapierre, 54 in a ball. Through 6. Wood pushing the 5 to the 9. Mirror side, won't go, but great chance for a spare after an 8 fill. 62 through 6.
Oh, check that. Kai Hunt's shot was called foul after all.
Okay, I thought
so the fill is 9.
Dunn gets a spare.
And the strike field is 9 and the box is 9.
Okay, thank you guys for that.
I had a feeling that was going to be the case. I'll be honest with you, but the bowler has the better perspective, so I always defer to their judgment, even if maybe to my sometimes lying eyes it looks a little different.
Jeff goes back to back, 72 in the ball through 7. That's an Eagles song too, by the way. Greg's like, who are the Eagles?
No. I know who they are.
New Kid in Town, Hotel California, Witchy Women. A lot of good songs. One of these nights.
No. That was.
I'm Casey Kasem. This is American Top 40.
That was part of my wedding playlist with the band. Thank you very much.
Here are the Eagles with I Can't Tell You Why.
Thanks to my wife for having the music culture I don't, then again.
Both on spares. Done. 9. 78 through 7.
She'll even know the verses to songs, not just the chorus.
Jeff trying to get 3 in a row. In the pocket, diamond right. 3, 5, 6 to 9 behind the 3. On the fill, 6. 78, is it? Through 7? Gerry has a 214, a 209, and a 206. A 480 high triple and a high 5, a 715. For another spare. Missed it. Jeff, 27% chance for diamonds without wood for Class A bowlers. Stats by Candlepin Bowling Network. Can he pick it off? Not quite.
Boy, just scooting too far right. It actually nicked that front pin and slid it over.
Gerry a 10. That's a Paul Grant special. Missed the second, make the third. Never a good time for that. Unless you win. Jeff a 10. 8's wild for Jeff. 8-8-8. Jeff's Gerry Dunn the same thing. 8-8-8. 88 through 8. 8's a wild.
I hear you, but I guess getting it the third time around, I guess that would be indifferent, I suppose, in a case like that. Anywho.
9-pin lead for Drywall Concepts. They take 8. They get a 2-round bye in the semifinals tomorrow afternoon. 2 hits to none for Drywall Concepts. Austin Barnes, Blake Doucette. Doucette 5 in the 10. Wood to maybe help. Barnes with a 6-pack. Check his ID. Doucette leads up the 10. Austin slips left. I mean, his best year, 118 average, 116 his best year-ending average. Doucette 10. Blake 71 through 7 for A+ accounting. The defending champions, 5-time world champions. Barnes trying to work out of it. Does with an 8. 71 also through 7 for Austin Barnes. Easter Classic last year, he won it all. 203, third string, his high single, high triple, 460, high 5, 714. His high 20 that day, 2672. Doucette on the crossover, 9. Wood comes out of bounds.
Blake Doucette 114 average for the first 3 days. So Austin Barnes a 112 average.
Austin goes half, wits to right, 3 in the 9. Blake clean shot at the 7 on lane 30 here in Leda Lanes, Nashua, New Hampshire, the 2024 ICC men's team competition.
Can we get that? Okay. All right.
There goes the camera. We'll fix that pin cam. Somebody hit the table.
Now, the problem is
Blake's
the tripods. I think mangled a bit there. Well, we're going to have to take that out. I think the tripod leg's a goner, though, isn't it? So, you see that there? Oh, well. Okay. Yeah. That's going to just have to be the way it is, I think. Oh, well. We'll get We'll get another tripod another day, I guess. Sorry, Bob.
He wasn't filming us anyways.
The Trials and Tribulations are live streaming.
Now the camera is gone as well, I'm afraid, on the other one, so I'll get that all set up for you folks. I apologize for the technical malfunctions there, and we're going to get this up and running in just a jiffy. Pin cam is unfortunately disabled, so we're just going to have to make do with what we've got and reconnect the camera as lickety-split as we can. We'll get that going soon. Sorry about that. Camera got bumped there. I tried to save it by a tripod leg, but actually I've broken the tripod leg, so that's just the way it goes. Camera should be up and running. Taking a look here, it looks like the camera self-testing is working on it. And
we'll get those scores up to date just a moment for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Walks fair.
So.
We'll get up with the score in just a moment. We had a tripod malfunction. Really collapsed. So we're going to zoom in with the one camera action, try to get a little closer if we can to the pins. We'll get up to the scores in just a moment, folks. Appreciate your patience during the live stream.
That doesn't help, sorry. I don't think.
Right, back to the live coverage just a moment, folks. We have some technical difficulties here. The pin cam tripod collapsed, so trials and tribulations again of live streaming. Just keep you alive. We'll get our commentary back in just a moment.
Updating the scoreboard as soon as possible right now. Taking a look here. It's a close match too, within a couple of pins, so looking forward to getting this up and running as soon as possible. Blake Doucette spare in the second. Blake Doucette spare in the second. Spare 6 followed by 8 box for Cody Bork. And then Gauthier Jr. for Phil. 8 box, 9 box. Seventh frame just concluded for each, as I understand.
Can you help with the scores down there, Greg?
Just about there, I would say. Let's see, what appears to be a 7 for Carrier, so that should be 70 through 7. I think we're just about caught up as it happens. And Harnett had a 10 box and has 82. And I think that should be it, but I'll keep an eye on my scoreboard. And now we resume from there. There we go, 7-pin advantage. This on the second ball for each. Marc Carrier picks this spare up, the check mark. Has a mark up.
I was down 30 earlier.
Close.
It's close right now.
There we are. So a 9 for Harnett. So, stop. 89, and that should be the 416 I'm expecting there. Oop, that's not right at all for Gauthier. Sorry, 2 pins makes 85. That's much better. Nate LeBlanc, you see here with the cluster of 4 to pick up, can't do it. Hunt's 9 and not another, unfortunately. Or, nope, excuse me, not on a spare. Okay. What a shame.
Hunt missed the second, made the third for 10. LeBlanc gets 10 also. Due to technical difficulties, we lost the pin cam.
This is...
LeBlanc with 3-1 split. If you need scores, Greg, go down and get them for you if you need.
No, thank you. I have them here.
Hunt back in the head pin. Spread eagle plus the 9.
Very sorry, everyone. Sometimes this happens. I even taped the tripod down and everything. I took as many precautions as I can, but sometimes these things just happen.
It's in the way also.
Yeah.
He's in the DJ booth in Moncton last year, way out of the way.
It's true. Just unfortunate. Just the way it goes sometimes.
Each to the 9 that time.
All right.
Kai 103 through 8. LeBlanc 78 through 8. 2-pin lead now for A+ accounting, but the hits go to Drywall Concepts 2-1. Jeff Lapierre, Gerry Dunn stuck on the 8s, 88 through 8.
Actually, I'm going to look here again here, and I see 1 hanging spare on each side. Okay.
So 1 each.
That's it.
All right, thank you. Great job as always under a difficult situation here, circumstances. Lapierre goes right. It's 4. We'll try to get an update on the other scores with playoff implications on the line. Gerry Dunn takes his time. Very methodical bowler in lane 29 for A+ accounting. They have the 3rd seed. Drywall the 1 seed right now. Dunn collapses 8. 4 left, 8 right. Lapierre 2 the 8 plucked out. 1-5, 4-7. 1-5 known as a center Worcester.
Yes, at last my scoreboard is correct.
Outstanding job, Greg.
Two-pinner for Dunn, a chance.
He's missed. Not happy with that shot. Jeff has 2 Pro Series titles. Looking for that elusive 3rd one. Jeff a 7. 95 through 9. Gerry, object pin for 9. 97 through 9.
Yep, that's it. Might as well take this one away then.
Jeff Lapierre threw it away. Left. Not happy with that shot. Just 4.
Oh, raise your microphone a lot more, please.
Sorry. Just 4 there for Lapierre.
There you go.
Thank you.
I was like, where did Paul go? He's so distant. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Jeff trying to work out of this mess. Gave it a ride. Look at this. 7, 8, 9. That is ridiculous. The check mark for Dunn is still there, -1. 2-5 in the 7. Tight battle here, Leda Lanes, Nashua, New Hampshire.
Yeah, Gerry's had his opportunities here.
Jeff, a tough 8. Tough string, 103.
Nice.
Gerry Dunn, 10. He goes to 107. 8 box to go in the first of 3 strings. A lot of implication on the line, seating wise. Drywall takes 8 points. They clinch a 2-round bye to the semifinals. Academy Lanes breathing down the neck as they took 8 last match. Drywall and Academy took 6 to go 1 point under, but they got an easy match on paper, but you never know. Austin Barnes for Drywall Concepts. Blake Doucette for A+ Accounting. Barnes on the head pin, rolling around, 2-1 split. Doucette, he goes too far right. He gets a big, huge break in 9 somehow. Kristen Sreb with the update standings for the left room and the right room. Austin will try to spin that over somehow, not the friendliest piece of wood. Must stop by rule before you release the ball. According to ICBA rules.
Raise the microphone.
Okay. Barnes tries to send it over. Got the 10 only. Hey, how's that, Greg? That better now?
That's better, yeah.
I'm stretching that cord out to reach over here so we can see. Doucette spare. 100 in the ball in the 9th. Austin 8, 85 through 9 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Over 1,400 videos, 3,400 subscribers. Join the party, never a charge. Candlepin Bowling Network in high definition on YouTube. Like and follow us on Facebook as well. After you subscribe on YouTube, hit that bell icon. We'll notify you when we start live. Never miss a ball. Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Barnes hooking right, 3-9. Doucette in the bonus, 7, maybe 8. Wobbling 3, doing a dance, rocking and rolling, stumbling and bumbling, falls. 1 of the 7, 108 through 9. What a battle here in the first of 3, the final match before the playoffs. Barnes goes left, the 1-7-10 leave again. Doucette's got wood behind the 2 to get to the 7 for another spare. No, the wood just missed. Austin takes a nice 9. Disappointing string, 94. Doucette a 10. 108. Correction, 118 opening string.
Yep.
The lead is 24, a 26 for A+ Accounting, minus a mark. It's gone back and forth.
Yep, the 1 seed versus the 3 seed.
The number 1 seed trails the 3 seed.
So A+ Accounting cannot
The
pass really, although they could tie Academy Lanes if they go 8-0 and Academy goes 0-8. But Drywall very much want these points here, and they'll be disappointed to not get the first 2 because they'll be particularly curious about Academy Lanes over yonder and whether they've come away with the points.
9 drop for Jason Gauthier Jr. Cody Bork relief. 3 right, 5 left.
Again, we were told Corkum, but I think it has been Bork the whole time, if I understand
I'm sorry.
correctly.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. We're giving Corkum. They gave us. They must have changed their mind.
Yeah, that was the lineup we were told, but there we go.
Things happen. A spare. A+, trying to make the first 2 points, matching spares. 107 for Cody, 95 for JB. 2 hits to 1 for Drywall Concepts. They need more marks, they're down 26. Higher prize money if you get to the semifinals, 2-round bye also. JB would love a strike to help his team. Drywall Concepts. Off to the right, just 4. 99 through 9. Cody Bork on lane 29. On his spare, the left-hander fires away. 8. 1:15 through 9. They increase the lead. And a friendly piece of wood in front of the 6'10". JB missed left. 1-8, 6'10 right. Cody for back-to-back. He got it. 125 in the ball in the 10th.
Cody Bork, 5 marks. Fills of 9, 8, 6, 8, and this.
JB a tough 6. A bogus string by his standards, 105. And a big swing for A+ accounting. The lead is 34 with 4 blocks to go, plus a ball from Cody Bork. And Drywall can possibly drop to number 2.
So Bork will fill in the 10th. Great crowd here. Big seating implications. Drywall Concepts 1 ahead of Academy Lanes, who will be very keen to see how they're doing. They are just a few pairs over yonder, if I understand, on 27-28.
Bork will drop 6. How about a 131 opening string in the final qualifying round? Cody Bork for A+ accounting. And the lead is 40, just like that. Matt Harnett, Marc Carrier. Mark with a C, only 5, 4 horsemen of post. Matt Harnett on the head pin, 7, 2, 4, wiggling 7. Matt's 91 through 8. Marc Carrier 85 through 8. Carrier can use a mark, won't get it. They're in trouble now for 2 points, maybe in second.
Harnett and LeBlanc have been pinning very well, by the way. Harnett misses that spare, but has only left 3 pins standing in the 6 markless frames. And Nate LeBlanc has only left 4 pins standing in his 7 markless frames.
Carrier 10, 95 through 9. Harnett a 9.
Okay.
100 through 9. Final 3 boxes here in the first of 3. Playoffs are next. Opening round, quarterfinals, semifinals tomorrow morning, just after 9 a.m. local time, 10 o'clock Atlantic, just after 10:30 Newfoundland time. Carrier trying to get his team closer. 2-4-5 triangle. Harnett in the pocket, off the wall, still mixing and matching. Goalpost, a plethora of wood to work with.
Oh, careful about that. Sorry, it's the same thing with the tripod. No worries.
Carrier needs it, missed it. And after battling at first place, it looks like they may be in second. No go for Harnett. Carrier a 10. 105 first string. Harnett a 10. 110 first string.
Yeah, averaging 9.5 on those markless frames, Harnett. Both of those bowlers, 2 marks. But you see the difference. Is literally impending for the 4 spot.
There's a strike for Kai Hunt. That's a strike out of any chance at all to win the string in Miracle Zone. Nate LeBlanc, 1-3-6, bad chance.
You know, probably need a lot more strikes than this.
Spare, that'll do it.
That should be it, yes.
A+ Accountant takes the first 2 points, crushing Drywall Concepts' hearts. 88 in the ball in the ninth for LeBlanc. Cayenne filling a strike. 4-1 split. LeBlanc bounces 8. 96 through 9. Hunt second ball on the strike. Wood behind to help that corner pin. He got it. Kick back of the 9, goes last.
Huge string. Just not enough.
133 in the ball.
And that picks up 2 for LeBlanc.
And he goes to 116, 106 in the ball, is it? Yeah,
That's
106 in the ball. Greg Gouillart do the second string, I believe.
And LeBlanc fending off 5 splits on that string, at least.
Hunt on the crossover, 6. Nice string, 139 for the 21-year-old Akai Hunt from Newport Entertainment Center, Newport, Maine. Nate LeBlanc, 5, 111 opening string. The first 2 points go to Drywall Concepts.
Yep, stand by making darn sure my counts are right. But we see it here. First, well, A plus accounting. No, A plus accounting gets the first 2, of course. We check in here, and we see 5-4-6 to 5-7-7 is confirmed, and indeed a 2-point victory to A plus accounting. Second of 3 strings about to get started. We'll check in to see if the lineups are the same or not. I think Paul's already scuttled off to check on that for you all. And we'll be underway with the middle string just about now. No intermissions. Sure, we've got periods, I guess, but it doesn't take 18 minutes to start up the next one. Thank you for that. There's that split by Dunn, 6-7-10. Jeff Lapierre remaining in and lead off as well.
It just all suddenly toppled on us. I don't know if it was the way we caught it or what.
And he drops 9.
We get a couple pops, little 6, and some duct tape, and put a splint on it.
6-7-10. Dunn narrowly misses the 6-pin. I just never count him out. You know, I tell you what, Bob Lee, by some miracle, seems to have gotten our tripod legs up and running. Lapierre gets the spare. So maybe, just maybe, we might still have some prayer of restoring our pin cam at some point. Maybe by the time we get for next match, we'll see. Especially when we're getting you this off-angle view, we were really hoping to do it. But looks as though we are getting increasingly on track. So what it was is, as the tripod tumbled over, I tried to catch it. I noticed it was doing it, which of course that move saved the camera. But as I did it, the leg twisted up, and thus we were unable to
Greg, you got a moment. I got
I
have some updates from the first string from other action, if you'd like.
But now,
ready?
But now the tripod legs seem to be saved. I'll be curious about that in just a moment, Paul. Yes, please. First Lapierre. Uh-oh, that's on a spare.
$5 for Candlepin for Cancer. I saw that, Jeff.
Paul says with absolutely no actual remorse.
Of course not. Helping bowlers.
Well, of course, of course. All for a good cause.
Candlepin regains first place after dropping that last string last match. They're back in first place by 1 point over Drywall Concepts. Lucky Strike won their first string. Maria's Subs lost their first string. So currently Academy Lane's in first place, 67-15. Drywall Concepts 66-16 in Division 2. A Plus Accounting right now firmly in third, 59-23. And they cannot get to number 1 or number 2. They'll be locked pretty much in the third seed. Maria Subs goes to 52-30 currently. So A Plus is locked in the third spot. Lucky Strike won their string. They already clinched at least the 5th spot. They now tie with Maria Subs, and the tiebreak will come down to pinfall. We'll check on that momentarily. So Maria Subs, Lucky Strike tied for 4th and 5th. Those top 5 are locked in the playoffs.
And Doucette for a 9-drop. So there we go. We know the picture. And that is Mark Webber now in the 2nd spot. Doucette converts. Weber's got a 2-pinner. He responds. So a mark aside here. Ten in a ball, 10 in a ball.
And Greg, Lucky Strike has the tiebreaker over 200 pins on Maria Subs. So right now, Lucky Strike is actually the 4th seed via tiebreaker by pinfall on Maria Subs, who are also 52 and 30.
Interesting.
Maria's laboring today. They had a tough match against A+ Accounting. Lost to New England Flooring this first string, this final round. The playoffs are next. I'll check the other room in the meantime, Greg, if you're okay with this.
Sounds good. Doucette can't run down the horseman. Just getting my bearings here. Weber, clump of 6, they all tumble. Clump of 7, I should say. Down they go for the spare. Doucette pins out. All the pins through the first 2. Bork remaining in position number 3. And JB Gauthier likewise still in spot number 3. So yeah, no pin cam for the rest of this, but I now have faith that we will get this set up by the time next match comes along, in time for our first playoff match. Coming up next here on Candlepin Bowling Network. Candlepin Corner will be joining us later for semifinal and finals coverage. Bork trying to get 3 into 2. Close. Ran down just the 3-6-10. At least got the pins for it. Gauthier trying to spin off the tip of the wood. Didn't work out. Just spun straight backwards into the curtain. Nicely pinned by Cody. That's 10. Jason, 9. JB's father, bowler and proprietor as well, out in Western Massachusetts. Two 5-10 for Bork. 1-3-4-9-10 for JB. More points Drywall gets, the better. They'll be disappointed to have lost the first 2. The Academy is very capable of an 8-0, though not completely expected to. You remember that match against Lucky Strike, where Lucky Strike had the dominance of the first 2 strings until finally just everything clicked, including a resurgence from Justin Waters. And they salvaged that 4-4. That was some thrilling finish. No spares for either side, though a chance to pick up 2 pins. Looks out of the channel, if you ask me. I'll assume that to be a 9, but it is bowler's call, and I will defer to their judgment. And yes, that is 18. Confirmed. Matt Harnett staying in. He's been an Easter Classic runner-up. 2019 to Kevin Davis. Marc Carrier remains in, and he's got 4 down and the 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9 to get. Harnett does 1, 3 only. Okay, so the 3 marks to 1 so far. I will say this has been a great pinning duel so far. Harnett's going to have a bear to work out of, and my goodness, even when it looks nigh impossible, he still escapes with a 9. Carrier does likewise. 9s are totally fine in this case. 2 points per string, 2 per total. 8 points in all for each match. It's these points that have been determining the standings. We now know our top 5 teams in the right division, but seeding very much a question. Central Park Lanes unfortunately did not come away with any points, so we have now our top 5. Harnett the diamond left side. Carrier drops 9, crumpled in a bit of a heap there.
And then it boomerangs back. Oh my God. I told Steve that joke. He's like, yeah, go, Steve. Down the first straight. And also he's like,
Chance gets away for Carrier. Harnett had a tough one to work out of, but pins it out well for 10. Carrier matches in kind. Hunt and LeBlanc had these spots. Let's see if we see them both here. Guy Hunt's up to bat. And a little bit of movement on the A-plus side. Just checking in here. And looky, we have Justin Corkum here. He steps up to replace Nate LeBlanc. LeBlanc did pretty well for himself, 3 spares. But now Justin Corkum again being put in that anchor spot to try and energize A-plus accounting. Up come his balls into the return, and here he goes. Six pins down. Hunt spills out this head pin, 5, 8, 10. 3, 5, 7, 9 for Corkum.
it says call ahead seating on there.
There's that wood in the middle there. Not sure there's any piece that goes into the 9, but it all goes. Guess it allows the ball to ramp down to the 9. Corkum's starting spare to start his contribution to the match. Guy with the split that resulted ended up with 10.
Oh, so he talks. Oh, yeah, when I was in there last night, we decided not to eat there because they were busy.
Academy and Drywall in a horse race for 1 and 2. A-plus accounting looks to be 9 back by the looks of things, so they cannot overtake for second or first. But Maria Subs is 5 back of them. So with another win here, A-plus will fend off Maria Subs. So A-plus accounting wants to get at least 2 more points here. A 6-2 puts them in danger of getting passed by a Maria Subs 8-0. With those 2 points, they have now gone ahead of Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike cannot now do better than 4th. But they are in the playoff picture. We now know our 5 teams. Academy Lanes, Drywall, A-plus, Maria Subs, and Lucky Strike in the right division. Corkum 7 fill. Hans cannot convert. A 9 and a 10. First we'll check the scores. Confess to some confusion seeing some of the standings I'm being shown here on my sheet here, but while I parse that out, 106 to 101. 5-pin advantage for A+ Accounting Drywall Concepts with the 1 mark you see on Mark Weber's side. That's it. So currently still a very even match. Fairly low marking affair through the first duo of boxes for each. Jeff Lapierre gets into the head pin, topples it right in front of the 3-6-10. That now falls closer to the 6-10, which I think should be favorable positioning. Make sure he catches that 3-pin on the way by, and then the plank should take the rest. Gerry Dunn in the leadoff spot takes out just 4. Pin cam is out of order, but should be operational next string. Had an inadvertent malfunction with it. Just the way it goes sometimes. Lapierre cannot convert. Dunn. This is the head pin as well. Or the object pin, I should say. Lapierre gets it this time around for a 10 and gains 1.
Really don't want to hold that Saturday or Sunday being what it was. But
So, for some reason, I'm showing a record of 64 and 20 for outlaw rides. So I suppose some points are getting entered in here based on results we've seen around the field. Currently, Fenway Academy seems on 62 and 18, so they don't have a string entered in. So really, outlaw rides at Fenway Academy are jockeying first and second over on the other side. Birchall's siding, Leda's Mass H, great team name, can't say it here. Team USA, 49, 46, 46. Hatchman are 4 back, and actually Kingswood is 2 back now. We got to sort that out on the sheet. Kingswood is 2 back. They've actually passed. And we're a little further out to start the day. Jeff Lapierre cannot convert the split. Dunn has the 5 pins. We'll check in to see if the spare converts, and then we'll go over to Paul. Carves just into the 2-4-7. Paul?
We got some breaking news. Calvin Locke got infection in his finger. I believe he had to go to the hospital. He's taped up. He is not bowling right now for outlaw rides.
Ooh.
And they got punished by Kingswood Bulletproof by 101 pins in that first string. Kingswood Bulletproof last year in the semifinals, I believe, they're on the 6th spot on the outside looking in. Leda Lanes, the Massachusetts team, won by 3 pins in that first to hang on to that 5th spot. Team USA lost. So Team USA, Leda Lanes, tied for 4th. The tiebreaker by 25 pins, not including that first string, goes to Team USA. Birchall's side in the 3rd seed lost to Fenway Academy. Brian Kroll, a spare 8 in the 10th box to win it. And they tie Outlaw Rides, and Fenway has the tiebreaker on pinfall. So right now, up to date, Fenway is number 1, Outlaw Rides number 2, Birchall siding 3rd, Team USA unofficially 4th, Leda Lanes unofficially 5th. Kingswood Bulletproof 4 behind, Hatcheman also 4 behind right now. Well, they must win outright and get help.
Well, all the sympathies in the world to Calvin Locke. I tell you, I know full well what it's like to get sick right before international competition. I tell you what, it's just the worst possible time, and hopefully he'll find a way to battle through. Weber picks this up and now has 3 marks to start. Currently an immaculate substitution. Foul even if it went, that's 9. Blake Doucette 35 through 3. Tight string here. Drywall Concepts looking to pick together some points. A+ Accounting will solidify their positioning. Will make darn sure they're in 3rd. Otherwise, a Maria subs 8-0 unless that ship has already sailed. A possibility of Maria subs 8-0 would overtake if A+ does not get 2 more. Weber's going to have a darn tough time getting 4 straight out of this. 6-7-10. 6-10, but it's coming off the wall, and actually the wood collided. It had the motion, but I think the pins just got tangled up. Blake was trying to sweep that pin across. Just didn't hit it on the broadside quite the way he was after. Weber, that should be 10. All the pins knocked down through 4. And Doucette hits his object pin, but only gets 8. So maybe a slight misplay of that wood, but still a tough outcome for Doucette, who had to work out of that split as best as possible. A+ has not had a lot to look at here. 4 marks to 2 for Drywall Concepts. Jason Gauthier Jr. Seven pins taken out for Jason. 5 pins out for Cody Bork. One, 4, 7. There it goes. JB and another bounce back spare. Third time Drywall's had one of those situations where they've missed the head pin first and nailed the spare on the second. So even though A+ accounting actually has more of their head pins, the fact that they've really only had one very good leave to look at, which Blake Doucette did convert to his credit. Isn't that just interesting? Sometimes the head pin doesn't deliver the justice in the way you think you would, but still plenty of bowling to go. And these things usually have a way of averaging themselves out. JB off target with this one, just 3 in the fill. He knows he's capable of a lot higher on those. Bork an uncharacteristic first ball. And he'll try to dial in as well. You can see his reaction there. He's rather upset with himself. It's an old chestnut, but these are spare leaves. Not sure they really want to hear that in this moment, but some bowlers will tell that to their teammates. Hey, bear down now. You get this head pin, you get them all. Maybe. And Bork almost did. But both bowlers have 2 left. Thank you, Micah, for posting that link to the online Cubica scoreboard. It's new that Leda Lanes, fairly new anyway, that Leda Lanes has this new electronic system. It makes it much easier for scoring. Sure, the technology is primarily from a mainstream 10-pin manufacturer, Cubica. But really, the technology works so well. And even though, honestly, I appreciate the charm of either paper scoring or perhaps a semi-automatic CompuScore, there is a reality that these sorts of scoring systems just make the score reporting and statistics sharing, including with you fine folks out on Candlepin Bowling Network Facebook, just that much easier to do. Marc Carrier has 4 horsemen plus an 8-pin. Woods rolling back, and it's gone. Carrier gets it, Harnett matches. Both running down the diagonals perfectly. So as soon as my contact lens adjusts into place here, 184 to 170 should be the totals we have on screen. And they are. Spare fill Carrier is 7. Tough split. Harnett, head pin, he splats and splits as well. He'll take a 7 on that fill.
Hey, Calvin Luck his guts. He's actually bowling despite that infection. I guess he got it checked out. He's actually bowling now. Talk about,
my goodness.
Talk about the bloody sock, Kurt Schilling.
I guess he found an urgent care.
Wow, that's awesome.
With apologies that our health care is not exactly as affordable as up north. But hey, whatever works. And so glad to hear he got what seems to be medical clearance. I'll tell you, some bowlers are really toughing out some tough things. I know Tim Matero has that tough back, but he rolled a great series we saw with Lucky Strike. Craig Holbrook has a partial rotator cuff injury, yet he's still rolling at a high level. It's just incredible, and it's one of the reasons I love Candlepin so much, even though maybe some piece of me feels, man, I wish I was growing up in the heyday of Candlepin, you know, the golden age of television, but really, are we really missing out on that much when the stars of the past, present, and future overlap so seamlessly? On the newer side of things, here's Kai Hunt, 5-10. Corkum close on that. All but the 4-pin. Hunt can't convert this split. Had the plank. And now Justin. It's just one to get. A plus down about 2 marks. This will be an important one to get. And he does. 2 marks in the past 3. Corkum all his head pins. Yes, that looked like it was there for Kai. Still all the pins down. 10-10-10. $209 to 197. Is that score? 11th match, last round robin match, and then the first playoffs match. Top seed in each division gets a 2-round bye. We don't know what either of those top seeds will be just yet. Hello, that's all gone. Kai Hunt, after a long wait, gets his strike. It'd be a stretch to call it annihilation, but it's all 10 down all the same. Corkum on a spare fill. Coming in hot. Carves in there. Doesn't get enough of the 2-pin en route, but 2-4-7 and a piece of wood. And it does seem pretty much how it seems to you folks on camera as well. That plank is more in front of the 4-7. In fact, I think the red line is even looking towards the corner. So, boy, Corkum's just going to have to go straight at this and pray. No, that wood doesn't cover it, unfortunately. Probably just an off-target shot. Big favor if you don't mind, folks, if you don't mind hitting that like button if you're logged into YouTube or Google. Really helps out. Thank you to everyone who's been able to like these videos all week, if indeed you do like them. As we confirm the scores, 219 to 214. You know, Silicon Valley has their algorithms for how to decide what people are, you know, engaging with, I suppose. So, I suppose that's the game we have to play here, and if you don't mind doing that, that'll really help us get Candlepin out there more and more and grow our community in a sustainable fashion as well. Those scores confirmed you see here. Extra strike for Kai Hunt, and that makes it still a very tight match. Dunn's got 4 and 2. And Lapierre a tough split. Running this, Wood is dancing over to the 9, but not going to drop it. Three and 1, corners go as well. There it goes for Jeff Lapierre. 7-10 almost in tandem. Dunn 10, 46 at the half. A kid was looking up at our tripod camera. They're like, hello up there. You couldn't see it, but he was the young man, the young growing man, I suppose, aspires to be this tall one day, although I don't know if he'll be quite as high as our camera is. Dunn chisels out 3 pins. Lapierre spare fill. Not the one he was hoping for, that's 4. 53.5. Gerry Dunn comes in with a 120 average through the first 3 days of play. Doesn't run them all down. Jeff Lapierre on a 116 average. Drywall appears to have the advantage here. Gerry pins out again for 10. Tough one for Jeff to take. Lapierre 60 through 6. 4 fill, 7 box. He technically comes out ahead, but it's the second time he's ended up with 21 for a pair of boxes. Had a spare one and then 10 first and second, and then a spare 4-7 in the 5th and 6th. Mark Webber and Blake Doucette. Please tell me you didn't hear that. 6 pins plus a strike for Drywall Concepts. Doucette, 2-4-7-8. Webber has been all over it this string. Drills down 9. Top seeds in each division get a 2-round bye, 2 through 5, and a cross-division bracket. Left 2 plays right 5, left 3 plays right 4, left 4 right 3, left 5 right 2. Spare. Doucette runs down the parallel pins with little difficulty. I don't know if that term lambda is going to stick, but that's one way to call it. Doing my best, Bob. Spare again. Mark Webber, 66 and a ball at the half. A 4-mark half. Now, Doucette the 2-1 split. What seems to sit pretty flat. I don't know about this one. This breaks up for Webber. 6 on the fill. And the wood does ruin it. Just couldn't get the pin across. Does the horseman run down for Webber? Ran down just the back 3. 9 marks to 5 for Drywall Concepts. Now Doucette gets 10, and Webber at 9. Taking a look here. I think a number of fills have basically gotten away from Drywall Concepts. So even though they lead by 4 marks, it doesn't completely show up because not all of their fills have been quality, just the way it happens. So really it's a closer match than it seems, but Drywall, by having more of those marks, definitely has a lead. Gauthier. Strike. Gauthier's got that setback leave. Thanks, Corey Smith, for teaching us that one. Gauthier, darn. That darn right piece of wood, just not helpful. So it goes. It'll go for 8. Bork close to a double strike. Haven't seen one for some time on our broadcast. He came close. That would have been a big momentum turn for A+. JB's got a strike. His second mark. Look at all the strikes hanging up on the board. You can see them between total and game, those Canadian smudges. Bork's going to spare on strike. He does. Easy as you like, had the guardrail and everything. 291 to 283. Carrier and Harnett. Approaching the point of no return for these bowlers. Can't substitute past the halfway point. But just about everyone's doing well.
Marty! Here you go, man. It's all wired up, boy.
A split for Harnett. I believe that was 4 horsemen for Marc Carrier, and then the one fell. 210? On the left side of the 2-pin, it's gone. Matt Hairnet, which is probably one of the more savage nicknames I've heard. 56 and a ball at the half. And a 10. A+ Accounting, the defending champion of the International Candlepin Championships. World's Team Tournament.
Greg, get an update when you have a chance here.
Go ahead.
Number 1, Academy Lanes fighting Drywall Concepts at first spot. 1 point, Academy's ahead after their first string win after Drywall lost. Academy's down 33, just past the halfway point of the second string. Maria Subs up over 40 in the second string after losing their first string. They're now tied for 5th, but on the 5th spot by a tiebreaker, Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike is winning a close one by 27 or so. Late in the second, they won the first point, 2 points against Abel. Oakland Park is beating Academy by 33, just past the halfway point, almost through 6 completed boxes.
Ten and 7 this is. My name's Greg Gouillart. This is Candlepin Bowling Network. We're live from Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire. Had some issues with the connection earlier today. Seems to be getting a lot better suddenly. I'm not sure how, but thankful for it and thankful to have you all here as well. As Justin Corkum and Kai Hunt step up to the lanes. Corkum on 2 spares. It's sort of a similar delivery to Harnett, although Harnett has more of an elbow to it. But still, Justin's very much setting the ball in the lane. As opposed to Kai, when you see that slingshot motion, which does a different sort of destruction. He's got the 5 and 10. The nickel and dime. A+ Accounting wants at least 2 more points to make sure they stay in 3rd. Currently, okay pace for that. Oops. Kai just can't convert. They'll put 9 on the strike. Corkum needs an out here. Only has left 1 pin standing to this point. And now only 2. Kai completes the 10. 325 to 319 with 1 mark outstanding on each side. Close match here. 10 marks to 8, but it's really the follow-ups on the marks that have made a big difference. And the reason that A+ Accounting, despite having fewer marks, actually has the lead. Pinning has helped a little bit. 3 pins in the pinning in A+'s favor. Justin takes aim. And takes out just the 2. A punch out on the right side. Hunt punches out only 4. Leaves a group of 6 on the left side. So how many arm swings is that? I wonder if it's a set number every single time. It's more than Gerry. Oh, ball return issue there, so we'll have to watch out for that. Phew, that ball actually fell off the ball return there, but then just died in the gutter. And I'm sorry, I can't resist. I'm glad the gutter had some depth to it. Corkum's got 8 to get for this spare. He carves out a strange bunch of 3. Hunt will have an easier time getting the out. And that's all 10. The out is actually better for Corkum than Hunt. After all is said and done, 1 pin. So easily could have been a lot different. Instead, the 3rd ball helps out A+ Accounting a ton, and they maintain a 7-pin advantage over Drywall Concepts. See the Huff Power Sports advertisement. Matt Huff, proud captain of the team and owner of that company. And I think we have an update from Paul as well. Now's a good time.
We got an update in the left room, Division 1. Let's see. The number 1 seed, Candlepin, back in action. Their team is going to win the second string easily over Kingswood. Won the first by 101. Kingswood down over 70 pins in the second late. It's going to be 2 points apiece. Kingswood fighting for the playoff spot, coming in 7th. They have the tiebreak if they get to a tie for 5th. Fenway Academy over Birch Hill, siding the 3 seed, the 1 seed, well, the 2 seed, Fenway. Now in first via the tiebreaker now. The 1st seed Fenway now going to maybe win the second string late. They're up 45 plus with about $9 to go in the second on Birch Hill. Massachusetts team won 2 close matches, 2 strings. They're up 4-0. Looking good for playoffs right now. Team USA lost the first. They're up 33 late in the second in their match. So a lot on the line with another string to go pretty much. Plus, then the playoffs start right after this. Back to Greg.
Dunn gets out for 8. Having a tough string here. 64 through 7. Comes with a high average, not himself in this string in particular. Lapierre takes out 6. And has 76 through 7. Checking on the deadwood out there. Just a 1-pin margin in this match now. Big implications as Drywall Academy, right next to their current nemesis, just a lane over Academy lanes, jockeying for an all-important 2-round bye. You consider 33 strings these teams have gone through, albeit with substitutes. Getting a reprieve like that would be you would think, quite a boon. Maybe some would want to avoid being thrown off the rhythm, but I feel as though it would do more good than not. Certainly give yourself 2 fewer chances to be knocked out. That's what I would say. Jeff takes 10. Dunn takes only 7. With the 1, 7, and 8 still standing. Still taking it a bit easy today, but feeling a lot better today. Greg Gouillart here with Candlepin Bowling Network. Alongside Paul Grant and everyone here, great to have you along. Great crowd watching here as well. We appreciate you all. And it's only going to get better. Next match will be the start of the playoffs, as ever. And then 3 playoff matches on Saturday. Again, starting 9 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Atlantic. Weber the 3-1 split. Blake Doucette 5 pin cluster, excuse me. Ooh, that was close. Weber did send that object pin across, but not quite on the corner. Doucette somehow finds a way to only chisel out the 1-9, I guess too full on the head pin. It's fickle, but the pins have the last say, and both do escape with 10. 364 to 359, that appears to be. I'll check in on that. Looks as though I may be a pin off somewhere, somehow, some way. Split for Weber. And triangle number 3 for Doucette, the 3-5-6. Doucette's been quite accurate on a head pin, 6 for 8. Weber not far off, had that 4 mark first half, now is starting to run into a bit of split bad luck here. 210. Really trying to shade that on the left side of the 2 pin. No spare. Blake, one of the multiple singles champions on this, defending champion A+ accounting team, has the spare. Blake, in fact, singles and teams champion, which has not happened in quite some time. Chris Ryder, the singles champion this time around, captain of Prosperity U, defeating Calvin Locke in a thriller. Now the scores appear correct, 373 to 370. So we have it the right way around after all. JB on a strike, takes out 7, make that 8. That got better and better as it went. Cody Borg. He's got the 4-pin down as well. 1, 2, 7, 10. Make sure to go on Facebook, Candlepin Bowling Network, for the latest on the stats as well. You can see the stats through the first 3 days of competition. We've been trying to feed them to you as the broadcast goes, but that's the best way to be apprised of all, high single, high average, high triple, and so forth. Gauthier takes 10, and Bork has either 9 or 10. And still a very tight match, so maybe this pin might matter. And Bork does get it for 10 to match. 392 to 386. Pinning is, in fact, exactly even right now. So 1 extra strike and 1 extra spare for Drywall Concepts. But like I said, not all those marks followed up on. So A+ Accounting getting more out of their advantages. As a result, this string is quite close. Five pins. Excuse me, that's 6 pins standing. 5 pins standing on Gauthier's side. Everything except the head pin. Good for the count at least. Bork's gonna run this all down, and he has 3 marks in the past 4. 92 in the ball through 8. 2 marks open now on A+'s side. Gauthier gets a 10. Now A+ accounting certainly must have an advantage now. We'll see how those spares from Bork and Doucette pan out, but surely you would think they would be in the lead. A+ just wants 2 more darn points to make absolutely certain that Maria Subs can't run them down 8-0, unless I've missed a memo, I confess. Drywall and Academy jockeying for first and second. 5 out for Carrier. Harnett, the 1, 2, 4, 9, and 10. And we do have standings through 10 matches on Candlepin Bowling Network Facebook, just so as y'all know. Go ahead.
Update,
Third
Greg.
ball's coming up for each, and here's Paul.
Okay, so update. Maria Subs won their second string, up about 50-52 in their match against New England Flooring. Maria Subs right now 5th place, tied with Lucky Strike. The tiebreak goes Lucky Strike. So Lucky Strike is the 4th. Maria Subs 5th.
Can I ask a question? Is Maria Subs, have they won the first 2 strings? Or
They lost the first, won the second. So Lucky Strike is the tiebreaker. So Lucky Strike is 4th with the same record. Maria's is 5th.
So
A+ locked in 3rd.
Yep, that's right. A+ is now locked in 3rd. Okay.
Drywall Concepts here in this match with A+ is up how much now, A+?
A+ is
Up 56.
up 56 in total. The string is close. But A+ is firmly in 3rd anyway, so it's really Drywall's total we're curious
So
about.
Drywall's up 4 in the string right now. Okay, so Academy Lanes is down 12 going the final 10 box. Each ball with the last 2 boxes, 10 bucks to go. They're down 12, but have 3 marks to 2 on their side against Oakland Park. Jason Keller just missed a single pin for a spare. That would have made it 3 marks apiece, so we'll keep an eye on that.
Harnett just makes the spare, and how did Academy do in the previous strings? Remind us all.
Academy won the first, so they took over first place by 1 point.
There we
over
go.
Drywall Concepts, and they're down 12 in the final 10. I'll keep an eye on that real quick. If you want to start the 3rd, I can keep an eye on that string for you real quick. And
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'll do the play-by-play in the 3rd with you.
We got the energy here. We're all good.
Yeah.
420 to 415, we see it here.
But A+ has 3 marks to none on their side. That's not good news for
Drywall Concepts,
because they could be stuck in number 2. I mean, if they travel, we'll stay here. So how it works, the 2 and 3 seeds stay on their same side. The 4 and 5th travel across the lanes.
And then 2, 5, 3, 4, 4, 3, 5, 2.
Right. 2-5 versus 3-4, and then 3 versus 4. The winners of each bracket, each room, each division, 1 and 2. First top seeds get a 2-round bye to the semifinals tomorrow. We start tomorrow morning just after 9 a.m. local time.
Yeah, the first round of the playoffs coming on up. 9 drops for each. Hunt converts his. And now Justin Corkum against that 7 pin. Plank in the corner. A lot of other wood he could trip on the way. Connects directly with it. Not too difficult for this caliber of bowler. Justin Corkum, 82 in a ball through 7, and 4 open marks on A+'s side. You can see those smudges between total and game. A+ accounting with a decided advantage. Hunt to fill. It's a good one. Strike on spare. 98 plus 2 through 8. You can just tell Corkum wants to do the same thing. Mashes into the head pin. 3 pin a little too reluctant. And unfortunately, this turns into a 6 fill and a split. Wood is very vertical in front of that 6 pin. This is a bit of a puzzle for Corkum to work out of. It seems almost in front of the 6-pin, if I had to guess. But I suppose maybe, just maybe, if you glance on the right side of that vertical, maybe it all goes across to the left. Lands on the cap instead, makes the 6-7-10. But this is Candlepin. Your very nice shot is not good enough this time. These pins are equally merciless to everyone. A 9-box for Corkum, 97 through 8, and we take a check in. 450 to 440 is the right score. 3 marks to 1, A+ accounting. So with that Hunt spare strike, now once again it evens up. Kai Hunt, by the way, is on a 400 watch at the moment right here. Remember, he had a 139 previous string, and now he's cooking up something big here. Cody Bork doing quite well for himself in spot number 3. Heading for a good score of his own. Gerry Dunn's got the 7-10. That's a shame. He's found the range on his first ball, and that is the thanks he gets. 1-3. Maybe I'll rephrase that. Jeff Lapierre has just a 7-pin up. That's what the commentator gets for presuming. About the best Dunn could do on that shot. Drywall Concepts wants to make sure they get as many points as they can. Sure, it seems as though Academy is losing, but that's not nearly convincing enough. If you're looking on the online Cubica scorer, they're on lanes 27 and 28. You can sort of see them on our camera here, but that'll probably be your best view of everything. I would not recommend viewing the scoreboard for this match 29 and 30, as I think our stream ends up slightly behind what is actually happening in real time. I think you technically see it a few seconds later. I mean, it's as good as instantaneous, though. That's a goner. Lapierre takes advantage of the spill out. Dunn, that's a quality 10. That's good luck there. 81 through 9. So now I would say Drywall Concepts has the advantage, just the marks keep on coming. It depends on the Lapierre spare fill. Now we've got ourselves a good match. And a spectator over behind has taken notice. Dunn strikes the breakthrough. 91 plus 2. It's been a tough go of it for him, but that is a timely mark. I mean, that old cliche, it's not how you start, it's how you finish, I think is only half true. Your start does matter. It's how you start and it's how you finish. Even if your start was good, even if your start was bad. Lapierre is the 1-7-10, the high-low. Some say high-low jack, but I distinctly remember Don Gillis of WCVB calling it the high-low, and thus the high-low jackpot. Just to be as pedantic as possible. The 1-7. For the 10, just 9. A fine 9. 112 for Jeff Lapierre. So an extra strike to fill here for Gerry Dunn as the marks continue to stack up. A+ Accounting has now the ammunition to overtake what appears to be a 16-pin deficit. I'll have to check in on the online scoreboard. Micah, you're doing a fantastic job updating us all in chat. Thank you very much. I'm a bit in the weeds here, I confess. Basically covering this match with all the hullabaloo out there. Love the world's atmosphere. Just hard to keep track of it all. An 8 fill for Dunn, and he ends up with 99. But a good 8 count now should give A+ Accounting a temporary advantage. I'll check the scoreboard here, make sure we've got that all accurate. I'll just wait for that 10th frame reset animation to get out of the way. Not sure why we have that here. Just one more setting to disable, I suppose. 7 pins out for Doucette, so that's another good spare for A+ accounting. Weber again has a split here. That's the 3rd straight time he's done that.
Work in the middle, baby.
136, excuse me, 6 pin. Where were you when we needed you? Obnoxiously, you're still there. Boy, that wasn't a bad cut either by Weber, and he can't overcome. I guess really the 3-pin did the betrayal. It just went uselessly the wrong direction. 9 for Doucette.
No.
And 10. 1 extra pin for Drywall Concepts, which in a slim margin like this could be significant. Pinning is actually exactly even. Both sides have left 22 pins left standing on the plate. Doucette, this head pin splashes out. 10 pin 2? Yes, it does. We see these blowback hits. Blake, last year's singles champion, has the chance here against this 8-pin.
There you go, Rich.
Blake should be good. Red line or right, you'd think. There it is. 4th mark for Blake Doucette. Weber. 6 pins, 4 to get. 1, 6, 8, and 10. That 6-pin really wants to be down, but it just isn't. Ooh, just 7. Well, there's your pinning gap there. A+ accounting now +1 pin, +2 marks. Albeit a strike on Kai Hunt's side. And I wouldn't put it past him to get explosive with a strike.
We got first ball, though. I'd like to be on the right if you got the ball, right? He's got to watch what you do, so you got to do something.
494 to 493 is confirmed. Doucette gets 5 on this, and it gets a 121. Maybe one of these days I'll learn not to scroll down like that. 6 pins up, +1 extra smudge. 12 pins on the A+ side. Gauthier Jr. and Cody Bork. Cody gets rid of 5 pins. And just a half Worcester for Gauthier.
4. Harris is kind of marking me going. But we got the first ball.
5 pins, Bork
Iceman, throw the strike.
running down 3 of them.
Gotta throw the strike, babe. But
JB, half Worcester smack. Now a 5-2 split. Punch, punch, it's a tough game.
7-6.
And Bork takes a 9, which could gain pins. Gauthier's got to be good on this 3rd ball. And that's quite good, honestly. Limiting the damage to 1. The importance of a 3rd ball. Obviously, it's routine for a lot of these pros, but I know from my mediocre bowling experience, if you're unable to pin like that, you just don't make the show like this.
It's going to be 12.
And we can see how the best of the best teams are routinely good at it. Bork's last frame of this string leaves Dave Chesterco's favorite, 4-2 washout. JB Gauthier has the 1 and 2. A+ does not need the marks as badly as Drywall does in this moment. Boxes are starting to wind down, so I think this is really a must-make for Gauthier. And he does. 105 at a ball.
Can't be anything but.
Gives Drywall Concept a decent chance of coming back here. Oh, glancing the head pin. Bork takes just 7. So 113, 520 to 511. And there's an extra mark on Drywall's side. What a close game this is. And boy, if JB can load 10 on this, it's a lead for Drywall in their quest to gain points and fend off Academy. But it's right through the middle, and guess what? He hits his head pin, he gets exactly what he wants, and goes smack dab in the middle for 2. And that is a brutal way to cap off a 107 string. Marc Carrier and Matt Harnett. You just got to be so perfect on your angles here. We've seen how frequent the splits have been, and it just showed itself there. Harnett carves this down well. He's got 8. Beautiful wood lanes here at Leda Lanes. Some people swear by that makes the ball curve or work better on the lanes in a sort of way. I'll be curious your thoughts as well. After all, we've heard of Bears Road Bolorama with different materials, and I'll be curious to see how that affects things. In just a moment, we'll have an update for Paul. First, I'll mention that Harnett has a 10 and Marc Carrier for the out. Matches. So 15 pins minus a strike. Close game, but Drywall needs another mark. Paul?
Justin Waters went to Justin Waters' world. He went big with spare strike to win it. The team wins it by 12, so about 10 or 12 pins over Oakland Park. We really battled them all string long. Academy up 4-0. If they win, they're the number 1 seed, a 2-round bye to the semifinals tomorrow. And if Team USA loses here, Drywall Concept loses here, they're not going to catch them anyway. On the other side, there's a correction. Kingswood did win the first 2. It was giving misinformation. They did win the first 2, 4-0. Fenway 4-0 also. So Fenway has the destiny they control. If they win outright, they get the number 1 seed. Team USA are big in their match, 2 points apiece. The Mass team won the first by 2, won the second by 8, over 2.64. They're 4-0. The Hatchmen looks like they're out of the playoffs now, and we're still waiting for other information on the other matches.
And that was the vibe I got in chat as well.
And Fenway's playing Birchill's side in the 3 seed.
A 9 and 10. Carrier picks up 1 pin. Just the 1 in the exchange there, both pinning very well. But now it all falls down on Kai Hunt, who is on that strike. Another strike here would be instant bliss. But really, all he actually has to do is get 1 more mark than Justin Corkum. Came in for the second string and has 3 marks in his own right. Same number that Nate LeBlanc got before he got switched out. Waiting for 32 and 31. And now lane 30, we get ready to go. I can understand what Tim Matero means, where maybe the one bowler should not take the approach so that you don't get this sort of backlog of vehicles like you would at a traffic signal of some sort, so that not everyone's waiting their turn going one after the other. In theory, half the lane should be going all at the same time if traffic flow were totally fluid. Hunt has 7 so far on this strike. Corkum, a 1-1 split. No, the wood foils him. Boy, oh boy. Hunt can't convert either. Gives me time to peek on the scores, make sure that's all set. That's all hunky-dory. 8 fill, 10 box for Hunt, and a 10 for Corkum. Just making sure all our scores are correct here. And there you see. So A+ accounting still needs that extra mark. Hunt gets that 10, 116. 557 to 551 is confirmed. Unless Justin is a pinning disaster, Kai needs this mark. Here it comes. On the head pin, technically not there yet. Well, actually, no, the 5 pins does mean Hunt now needs a mark, and it's against the 1-2-7-9. Not all the pins on the same angle. Can you send that head pin off the wall maybe to treetop the 9? You want these pins for total as well. Pinfall is a tiebreaker, though A+ accounting now firmly in 3rd place regardless. This does not go. The 1-2-7 denies Drywall Concepts, and A+ accounting take another 2 points and are 4-0. Drywall Concepts lose 4 points, and Academy Lanes have won 4 points. So now you start to wonder, has the gap closed up? 8 pins and 9. Corkum and Hunt will confirm here, but 565 to 560, and that's how you have it. And there you see it. 67 pins overall in the match as we put those 2 points. Sorry to the Oakland Park, I didn't give you those 4 points at the end of your last match, by the way. Congratulations on that 6-2 victory you had over Abel. That was a fun match. 3rd string of 3 coming up here. Last round robin string. And then playoffs to come. In theory, that should start straight away, but I'm not sure how quickly it will start up. They will probably have to make sure all the standings are calculated properly so that we know all the standings. Maybe it'll give us time to repair the pin cam, which did go out of order at one point. Let's reset all this. I'm noticing oh, you know what I'm noticing? I had the totals different on my screen. Sorry. I did something rather perverse with the totals there. It's a 36 pin advantage, excuse me, 31 and 5. Now that makes a whole lot more sense. I'm not sure how I managed to double that up. I beg your pardon, 36 pins. How silly of me. 1142 to 1106 makes a lot more sense than what we had earlier. And the 3rd string of 3 just about to get underway. There's some fumbling at the laptop here. Paul will go around for updates. 4-0 for A+ accounting. Looks as though Drywall is going to overhaul their lineup. We'll see what they come out with. A+ accounting's changes look to be minimal, if anything. After all, they've taken the first 4 points. You would figure they would need the fewest amount of changes. Third string of 3 about to get underway here. So, Drywall Concepts now 66-18. A+ accounting going to 61-23. They're locked in third. Academy Lanes was 1 point back of Drywall Concepts, but now they are 3 ahead. Still 4 points on the line, and all to play for. This is Marc Carrier up first. Gerry Dunn remains up for A+ accounting in the leadoff spot. Carrier's second ball doesn't deliver. Dunn's got 5 pins. Nope, just 2 of them. Oh. Hang on a second. Let me just check in something here. Let me just make sure I've got my information right here. Five pins taken out on the first ball for a split. Just a punch out for Dunn. Ooh, just the front 2. So there we go. It's Kobe Carrier in. I had a feeling. I recognized him. He gets a 7. I didn't actually see him in the original rosters, but it must have been changed between the last time I saw the rosters and the captain's meeting. Great to see him here. An 8 box for Dunn. $17 for both of them. Mike Nardone in position number 2. Blake Doucette just now 3. Nardone has such a deft touch to his delivery. Doucette still got the 1, 8, and 10. Nardone picks up 1 here. 9 pins versus 8. So Drywall Concepts was 1 ahead of Academy Lanes. Now back 3 with Academy Lanes taking their first 2 and Drywall dropping their first 2. I had that total perversely wrong because I double entered it simply. Silly accounting error. And you see the true 35 pin margin, 31 and 5. Blake Doucette, 6 pins taken out. Neither bowler converting. $7 Nardone and a 8 box for Doucette. Paul Grant's roving around getting these updates and sharing them with you as best as we can. I'm pretty much chained down here covering this match. Mike McIntosh and Cody Bork sharing pleasantries. He has to re-rack. Ooh. Four horsemen, I thought. 4-pin tumbles around the 7-pin. This should be gettable for Mike. He's got the 1 and 7 and wood sat in front of the 7. 1-3-5, 1-2-5, 7-9 for Cody Bork. Mac can't get on the right side of this head pin. And Bork, goodness, that was close to a 10. They'll come away with 9. No marks in the early going. One, 3, 7, 10. McIntosh can't run it down. Darn. We were going so well without the disconnects. Y'all still there? Good. Show me when you're done writing, I suppose. And no, Bork can't get the ball to trampoline off. Blank makes that 9 easy for McIntosh. So nobody's really got any good looks to the first 3 here. Just a couple of splits, not enough head pins, I would say. As we move down and we see who comes up fourth. This will be Matt Huff, yet another part of the lineup overhaul. And why, that looks like Matt McPhee, does it not? Yep. Matt Huff, Matt McPhee. McPhee, excuse me. 1, 3, 7, 10. Drywall looking to shake it up and come back from this 38-pin deficit now. Split for Matt McPhee. Huff can't convert. Drywall concepts also. Hey, that's a nice conversion there. McPhee, the 3 and 2 make. There's 10. +2 and a ball. Good to have you all here. This Candlepin Bowling Network. Please do a big favor and like the video and also subscribe and hit the bell icon if you're logged into YouTube and Google. Really helps out very much, as you all know. I know I sound like a broken record saying it, but it has been such a great help, and we appreciate all your support. Thank you. Huff has a 4-7. Woods off to the side. No problem. Split not made for McPhee this time. So now 1 mark aside. Fee and 8. I know what I can do. Guy Hunt. And let's see. Yes, Justin Corkum remains in. Share some averages as soon as I get a chance. 7 pins out for Hunt. 1, 2, 4. Fenway's still a rout, huh? Corkum. Good hit. 4-7. One, two, but the 2 slides in front of the 4, denying Hunt the spare. And Justin just has those 2 pins. He can afford something like that. But he only gets the corner pin. And this string continues to be close. So 10 for Hunt. No real big gap here. Opened up. And a 10 box. Still not a lot of great quality looks for either of them. Corkum had that 2-pinner just then, but not a whole lot else for A+ accounting. And Matt Huff took advantage of really the one break that Drywall Concepts has had. McPhee there came on that brilliant split. Hunt is a simpler split, but a split nonetheless. 3-5-10. Corkum tears into this one, dropping 9. And another opportunity this time at the 10. Hunt, ooh, dear, the pin overcut and hits a sidewall in front of the 10. And again, a question of a pin just falling short of a back pin. Corkum connects and puts A+ in front with another spare. Hunt takes 9. You definitely don't want total to get away here. That's the last thing you'd want. I think Drywall Concepts realistically has to overcome that as well. $12.37 to $11.95 in the total, 95 to 89. Ooh, dear me. I'll tell you, Kobe got very close on that. Had a diamond and a corner pin. 2 marks to 1. Dunn's got a pin out, and does he ever? 8 box. Thought he was going to get one in the corner as well. And a 10 for Marc Carrier. Drywall with a big lineup shuffle, trying to get something going here. Just the 1 mark in the early going. Not a high octane start to this string. And the pinning staying about even. Sometimes that's how it goes. Sometimes matches just have that little lull where pretty much everything is just the status quo. But the longer this goes on, the more exciting it gets down the stretch if the margin continues to stay tight. And then the pinning starts mattering as well. A 3-1 split for Carrier. Dunn punched out first ball. This was a better ball and he spares. Big bounce back. 3-1 split goes as well, and there comes some fireworks. Spare and spare. 37 in a ball, 35 in a ball, 2 marks to 2. 4 pins up is A+ accounting. Now some open marks coming in. You can track those between total and game. Split 5, 8, 9, 10 for Doucette. Mike Nardone, the 1, 3, 5, 8, 9, 10. And this goes. Good play with the wood by Doucette. A spare. Nardone glancing blow, and this will make the out tough. I think he's actually nudged this 5-pin over, so still 4 to get. Sets that ball down, and just 2. So an 8. Brings him to 24 through 3. Split. Oh dear. Thought Doucette had his pocket, but the ball just deflected away instead of driving through. And he's left with the 5, 8, and 10. Nardone, the 4 horsemen. 5, 8, 10. 4 marks to 2 for A+. Doucette just chisels out the 8-pin. 1-2 for Nardone. $9 and a 10. Blake Doucette, the singles champion year before last, gets me thinking about this year's singles championship. What a great run. And congratulations to Chris Ryder for winning it all. We look forward to having, that final rounds match is chaptered thanks to Steve Kelly for his help with that. But we look forward to having everything uploaded in beautiful quality later anyway. Probably with the Be Right Back screens taken out as well. All that filler stuff, we'll get rid of that. Get that edited, cleaned up, and uploaded as soon as we get a chance following this World's coverage. Cody Bork is triangle 4, 4, 7, 8. Chance here to put yet another mark on the board, but he's off target. McIntosh has to drive through it and only gets the right side triangle. So Academy lanes with 4 points. Means that Drywall really needs to get the rest of these 4 to avoid getting past. $9 and an 8. Scores correct as you see them, 147 to 136. Unless otherwise announced in that way, scores you see on your screen are unofficial. 1-2-7-9. One other reason to subscribe to Candlepin Bowling Network, you get a lot of the great United States tournaments that we have. It would be really amazing if we could also get that streaming. The streaming presence in Canada, I don't know. DeBell and Rogers and all your usual internet providers, I don't know if they've got the good bandwidth for the streaming. I've heard it's hit and miss with them. They seem better at naming sports stadiums than providing quality internet connection. Spare Macintosh. But it would be really nice to connect with the Canadian side of things, since really all we've had the chance is cross the border and go to Moncton one time. We hope to have the future opportunities to do so. But in any event, while we hope to see the Canadian side more broadcast online, lots of great United States tournaments featured on our channel. Friday Night Pro League, Pro Series, once a month leagues. and the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour. Which I should mention, you should also follow the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour Facebook page for all the matches, but we cover a number of other of them as part of our agreement with the league. So make sure to follow both Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour on Facebook and the Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube and Facebook, if you please. Lots of great tournaments we love to showcase. And we hope you'll be able to join us in watching some of them. Matt McPhee has 6 pins out. Matt Huff 7 pins out with a split. Oh, the 3-pin cuts in front of the 6-10. 6-7-10, my goodness, Huff came close. 6-pin cut just behind the 7. Would have made the 6-8-10, I'd say. That plank makes that 10 easy for McPhee. And a 10 for Huff. Grant going around covering all the other matches. I'm doing better today. And looking forward to covering the playoff rounds coming up, including with Candlepin Corner. Another great channel. I know I'm just throwing names of channels, but they're just all good, that's all. The Candlepin Corner on YouTube, a number of great shows. Partnered with them. A nice spare by Huff. Coming back from the half, Worcester to get to 47 in a ball. We worked with them on the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour Finals. And now the opportunity to partner with them on at least the semifinals, if not the finals as well. Pinfall is indeed exactly even with one extra knock on Drywall concept side. You see the spare smudges between total and game. 173 to 173. I know a lot of you in chat have opinions about this windup. 4 and 2. Corkum 4-pin. Just wilts a little bit. But in fairness, there is no shot clock. I mean, sure, we'd like to be out in time for dinner. And on the other hand, nice spare. But there technically is no definition for how fast a shot has to be. Though then again, does there have to be? Then again. And because of that, if someone has developed a habit, and, you know, bowling is very much a matter of habit and routine, to suddenly call one technique not legal over another can be seen as singling out. On this spare is 5. Had been hit, does not go down. That's 39 through 3. Four horsemen and the 10-pin. Would Ooh, yes, it does go. I thought it would have been the piece behind the headpin. Thankfully for Corkum, he picks up his 3rd straight mark with another piece off the wall. Guy Hunt collects a 10. He's pinning quite well. Just hasn't found it yet. Really has only had one good look there. And 3 marks to 2, you see. Open right now, so A+ accounting. Currently in the lead on pinfall. Drywall Concepts has the extra spare, so not completely out of range. Though Kobe's put 3 on this one. Gerry Dunn. Boy, look at that deadwood come all the way back. Actually, another pin crumples him back just then. So 3, 6, 10, and he's got a 7 count. Kobe took out just 2 on the second ball. Can Dunn run this down? And the lefty can't get over. Going left to right, trying to curve into a 3-6 pocket. That's tough to do. He could gain a significant number of pins because he is opposite a 5 box. So one spare fizzles away for Drywall Concepts, and it is 10. So in that exchange, 27 pins to 18 in the last 2 between Dunn and Carrier. An A+ now with a significant advantage. And Drywall Concepts will want to try and wrest back total as well. Carrier's now committed past the halfway mark. And woof. Dunn did not want to see that 3-pin topple. Now he's got the 5, 6, 7, 10 and a plank right in front. There's that ball return. Sometimes I think it either is getting backed up or there's not enough gravity, one or the other. I actually don't see what the exact hitch is.
So there's 14 guys out.
Attaboy, Lloyd. Done. Boy, 10-pin looked easier than the other 2 we got, yet that's the one that's left. 5, 6, and 7 taken out. An 8 box for Carrier and a 10 for Dunn, and again a gain. Now 20 pins for A+ accounting. As Dunn is now starting to hold his pins and is starting to come into his own. Nardone and Doucette. 229 to 209, that's confirmed. 2 marks to 1. Nardone crushes it, and guess what? We've got matching strikes. Marc Nardone and Blake Doucette. Nardone skipped a little bit on the line, perhaps. 4 out. Bit of a voice crack there. Doucette, 6. Trying to upgrade the strike fill. That's pretty good out of Nardone. 8 more, gives him 52 at the half. Doucette's got a chance at the spare. Wood's in front of the 7, yet everything misses it somehow. Fill is 9. Still a good A+ lead. They have 2 extra spares. Pinning is just about even. +2 pins for Doucette. 71-6. So now it comes down to a couple of men on fills, Mike McIntosh and Cody Bork. Multiple women's competition, international competitions, as Kim Baker was mentioning yesterday, in addition to the mixed international competition that took place at Academy Lanes earlier on. Bork is the 2-4-6-10, evens up. No go. Winding down here in the final match of the day, or the final round robin match of the day, I should say. Playoffs coming up next. An 8 for Bork. I haven't heard from Paul in a hot second, but I know he's probably assembling statistics right now.
Sorry, Greg.
No worries.
That is awesome.
Statistics through 10 matches available on Candlepin Bowling Network Facebook as well. You can follow along on the Cubica Scorer to see all the remaining matches as well. Thanks to all those who have more bandwidth than I do to cover all those matches. Drywall Concepts needs these points. McIntosh can't go through at the right angle, punching through instead. Bork's got just a single pin, but he hits the cap instead and misses it when the ball deflects away. That's one heck of a 10. Did you expect that to happen, that 4-1 conversion? A 10th pin for Mike McIntosh brings him to 62-6. It gains a little something. Huff and McPhee. Playoff format. Thanks for asking in chat. It's 2 divisions of 12 teams. Paul's apparently got some craft services on the way. Sorry, I got distracted by that. Huff drops 6 on the spare. Taking a look at the 1, 3, 6, and 7. And then I'll capture my thought. McPhee wraps around the 6 pin and cannot convert. He can pick up pins though, and he gains 3. Now some pinning advantage opening up for A+ county. Anyway, 24 teams, 2 divisions of 12 teams. We're looking at Division 2 on the right side, Division 1 over there on the left side, which is Bob Lee's camera is pointing at. Top 5 teams make it through. We know exactly who those are here in the right division. Left division, I believe that's become more certain. But it was not certain going into that match. Hatchetmen were in for the longest time, but I believe they've been pronounced at this point, despite a great run that they made. Top 5 teams make it through in each division. Top seed gets a 2-round bye, and then left 2 plays right 5, left 3 right 4, left 4 right 3, left 5 right 2. In a 2-round knockout bracket to decide who goes on to those number 1 seeds, and then the world's final at the very end. The World's International Candlepin Championships singles tournament that took place Monday. And teams competition Tuesday through Saturday. 293 to 283. Looks correct to me. Yep. Kai Hunt, big hit 9. Justin Corkum on a spare fill. Ooh. 5 taken out. So now with all the marks disappearing until that Hunt spare, A+ up to a 15-pin lead, but Hunt now with a chance to throw a bonus ball and chip into that. Corkum is the 1, 3, 6, 7, 8. Oof. Just the 1 and 7. And he's got a 9 box. 63 at the half. Outlaw Rides and Fenway Academies started out tied for first and second. And there's a strike on spare for Kai Hunt. And now Drywall Concepts. Anchor in tow, Kai Hunt. Still with the possibility for a 400 triple, putting a big load on his back here. The 4 horsemen in the 8 pin. So Hatchetman is out. Am I understanding this correctly that Kingswood still has an outside chance to possibly make it in? One, 3, 8. For the out, that's 9. Take a look here. And we see 316 to 313, that's confirmed. Just a Kai Hunt strike, so now Drywall Concepts can at least avenge the string. I do fear they will need more than that. They'll want to start swinging total, but that is progress in their direction. So we look at the match total statistics, and it's really only 2 marks different, actually. 9 strikes and 26 spares, and 4 strikes and 33 spares. I was mentioning those bonus fills from earlier. Well, now everything in the match put together, what you do in string 1 can now affect what you do in string 3. And they want to really start chaining those marks together. Dunn's got a 7-pin cluster, and he almost came back from it all. Carrier, 10-pin does not go. A piece of wood was nearby, but just spun out shy of it. Gerry takes 10. And Carrier takes 9. Oh, Kingswood is in right now. Well, it was what we were expecting after all. Kingswood Bulletproof made a good playoff run last time around in Moncton. So maybe a struggle. Dunn rips this apart. Carrier matches. And yet we might see what we were anticipating. Split 2-2 for Blake Doucette. Nardone has the 3, 4, and 9. Everyone come in and pass this point. Goodness! Oh, that 4 was hit. And Nardone gets it. Great split conversion. That was quite something. Doucette gets an 8-box. 8+ accounting is set right now. They are bowling for pride, and they are firmly in third place at the moment. They're just looking to stay in rhythm. Doucette's got the 3 and 5. Split 1 and 1. Doucette on the 3-5. It's gone. Bounced it off the foul line. It's good all the same. Nardone Wood didn't provide the kick he was after. Drywall concept still with the edge, but Doucette getting that mark. Puts A+ accounting in firing range. 30 pins. Again, though, it's that total. That's the big thing. Academy Lanes has gone 4-0, just a moment we know now. In fact, their match will finish sooner than ours at the pace it's going. So I would have to say, I think our match will actually be the last one to finish on this side, if I had to guess. Cody Bork has the 3, 6, 10. And Mike McIntosh, the 4 horsemen, and the 9. The Caleri. McIntosh is another bowler that can regale you with stories about the Caleri for him. Kim Baker did just yesterday. Spare Cody Bork. McIntosh came close, 1 pin away. And a 10 for Mike. Thank you, Micah Imperato, for the eagle eye view you're providing in chat here. Check out the Cubica online scorer, linked up in the chat.
All right, Greg, I've been roving around for the last half hour, 45 minutes. We got a huge shakeup in the standings when we get a chance. Let me know when.
I'll just wait to, let's check the spare tries out for each of these bowlers,
Sure.
Bork and McIntosh. And this will be from the left division, or the Division 1 side, if I recall correctly. I've heard some rumblings here. Mike Imperato's been a great help in chat.
Yeah, I've gone right to the sources, the captains and stuff. Okay, so
this ball return delay is a perfect time.
Lucky Strike took 6 points, I believe. So Maria Subs took 6. So Maria Subs actually takes the 4th spot. So they'll travel across the way. So here are the top 5, as we know right now. The number 1 seed, Academy Lanes, will get a bye, as well as Fenway Academy on the other side. So for the left side here, 1 through 5, Academy Lanes first. Drywall Concept second, A+ Accounting third, Maria Subs 4th, Lucky Strike 5th. On the other room, Division 1, Fenway Academy goes from second to first in the end. After all, Outlaw Ride second, third is Leda Lanes. The Mass team goes to third from 5th. Team USA goes to 4th. And 5th from 6th, Kingsman Bulletproof, 8-0 win over number 1 seed Outlaw Rides. Going the last match, goes to 5th. And Birchall Siding from 3rd drops out of the playoffs to number 6. Tough break for them. So the playoff scenario is going to be the 2 and 3 seeds stay in their same lanes. The 4 and 5 travel across. So the first round on the other side will be Outlaw Rides. Hold on, sorry.
Yeah.
Outlaw Rides, the 2 seed, will play the 5 seed over here. and that'll be lucky strike. I'm sorry, that's 2 and 3. Hold on, 2 and 5. So it's going to be. Okay, so I'm sorry. So on our side, in this room here, it's going to be Drywall Concept, the 2 seed, the number 5 seed over there.
Kingswood Bulletproof.
Kingswood Bulletproof. They're in the semifinals last year, Kingswood Bulletproof. On this side again, the 3 seed, A+ Accounting, will play the 4 seed, Team USA.
See you later. Strike on spare. Keep going.
Over there, the 2 seed, Outlaw Rides, with the Alan Calvin Lockwood through a 169 with a heavy tape bandage. A double strike, 169. Justin Jones went nuts at the end. Strike, spare, to go from 74 through 7 to 134 to help his team win the sweep Kingswood Bulletproof. So Kingswood Bulletproof, the 5th seed, is coming over here. So I'm sorry, go back over here now. So Outlaw Rides on the other side, the 2 seed will take on the 5th seed here, Lucky Strike. And the 3 seed over there is the Mass team. They'll stay there and they'll take on Maria Subs, it looks like.
That's right. Yeah.
We will be covering lanes 31 and 32. We don't know who we're going to cover yet. I'm hoping it'd be, obviously either A+ Accounting or
Pretty much not up to us, I'd say.
right, or the Drywall Concepts. Either way, the 2 or the 3 seed, we'll see.
It'll be a good time either way.
Back to Greg to wrap it up.
Corkum 72 through 6. 2-1 split. Drywall Concepts really needs to get these 4, and I have no idea if Academy Lanes has made that impossible. Guess what? Kai Hunt has a double strike, though. So maybe, just maybe, the score can balloon in a hurry. That's the fastest way to do it. I just had a feeling he was good for one of those. 210 for Corkum. He's got wood looking maybe red line 9-pin, but there's wood in front of the 10, which helps out, you think, and eventually it does. Spare. 82 and a ball through 7. Believe it or not, even with that double strike, A+ Accounting still has the advantage because of all those open marks on their side. Unless, say, Hunt has one more strike in him. I'm maybe too high on A+ Accounting, actually. I'll confirm scores as fast as I can. Six there. Kai. Oh, dear. That's 2. The fill is 12 on the first strike. Corkum gets 6 on that spare fill. He can run down the horseman for another.
Probably. We fly out Sunday.
Yeah, I believe I'm 2 pins high on A+ Accounting, so they should have started this frame even on pinfall. Stand by, I'll confirm. Tough one there. Hunt upgrades to the second strike fill to 7. Nine and a 9. So I believe I found the fly in the ointment here. We take a look-see. And Cody Bork's actually back on 73. I gave him 2 too many in that last box. 73 through 8. So 430 and 433 is now correct as you see it. Kai Hunt needs one more mark still to get that 400. Could have filled that double strike even higher and maybe had an even better chance at it, although I think he still requires another mark either way. Just maybe makes it a little tougher. You see the spare fills. It's 3 for Carrier. Dunn got 6 on his. Even on pinfall, but A+ Accounting again still seems to have the advantage in this string, which is far from what Drywall Concepts was hoping for. No, this gets away from Carrier. He's got a 7 box. Dunn picks another stick and gets 8. So again, just the persistence of A+. 13 marks to 10. And pinning within 2 in their favor. Just a punch through for Carrier. 3 pins out. Dunn. Like punching through. It's so easy seeming. But when you get on the lanes, you realize those tiny toothpicks at the other end can look really small on the world stage. They just get even narrower. Once upon a time, the Candlepins even were designed narrower from the olden days of the game. Carrier ends up with 6 here. So Dunn again a chance for a pickup here. 2 mark 88, that's a stinger for sure. Just the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes you just don't have your best stuff. 106 for Gerry Dunn. So we'll have left Division 3 versus...
We're going to have A+ accounting in Team USA.
Okay, so...
25, we can't reach 25, 26.
A+, yeah, interesting. So they do call this room the left room. That's honestly got me confused. But anyway, Team USA and A+ accounting will be on our featured match on 31 and 32. Nardone was split 6-7. Maybe wanted to get some piece of that wood en route. Doucette, 5 fill, and a spare. We tack on 15 more to what you see here. Looks fair to me in a 10 box for Nardone. 98 through 9. We'll make sure. 469 to 459. As long as I'm out of earshot of the bowlers, because I want to make careful of the ICBA rule. You don't influence a fair foul call if you're not the one bowling. You must make the call without influence. But we're well sequestered away in this table, all told. 4 horsemen in the outpost for Nardone. Playing nicely in front there. 4 should get 5, but he's missed the head pin. Doucette, you can't say the same. Whew. But boy, you sure think it would spring off the wall somehow. Nine and 9. 1626 to 1574. So A+ accounting continuing to stack up advantages. Mike McIntosh and Cody Bork. There's a headpin strike. Mike McIntosh. One 8-10 for Bork. Ooh, just the 8-pin. So McIntosh gets that strike. Bork pins out fine for a 9. And we take a look here. Still 15 pins for the string, so this still is not enough for Drywall Concepts. Though McIntosh could double the strike. This would require quite a lot at this point, though. I think we see where this is going, and especially with that spread eagle. I think it could be that A+ accounting will actually end up 8-0 out of all this, even though their third place finish is assured. They needed to get a few points to make sure of that, but they did well and truly a long time ago. Second ball gets away from McIntosh. Bork can't get the single pin either. It's so difficult. I know there's a big ball bowler you think, oh dear, you'd probably have, even 90%, 95% accuracy even on just the head pin, but that's with the big bottle pins and the oil tracks. When you're playing with the smaller equipment we do here, suddenly you've really got to be accurate. McPhee is on a strike and has 7 out. So I look forward to covering A+ Accounting versus Team USA as our playoff match here on 31-32. And we'll have the rest of the playoff schedule as soon as possible. Spare on strike. Matt Huff has his 10. Hunt still has his chance for 400, by the way. McPhee has been doing quite well for himself. Could pin out 346, and that's excluding the spare fill.
Hey, Greg, I got a correction there. There was a mistake. We were told it was 6-2 for Team USA. They took 4, so actually Team USA is 5th.
Oh.
And so we're going to see, instead of A+ Accounting and Team USA,
okay,
it'll be A+ Accounting, and that means they're going to bowl Kingswood Bulletproof. Is that right? That's right, Kingswood Bulletproof, because they have the tiebreaker in pinfall.
Well, that's a ton of fun.
Awesome.
If so, we'll confirm.
So 2 Canadian teams next on Candlepin Bowling Network.
There you hear the report. A+ Accounting, the defending champions of the World's Team Tournament. 8-10. Let's see. Dunn ended up with 105 somehow. Hunt drops 9, chance for a spare. He needs one more for that 400. Corkum drops everything except the 8 and 10. There it goes, 10-pin spare. Hunt gets 117. Corkum's got the 8 and 10. Can't jump that wood off. Just confirming the scores here. 516 is correct. And yes, the other score is correct. I had Gerry Dunn 1 pin too high. He's 105. Corkum collects 10. Just worked out of that split well. 107 through 9. 117 plus. Oh, look at this one. Goodbye. Strike on spare. Sadly, it looks too late to change the dynamic of the match, or even the string. He does not, in fact, it is mathematical, that's that. But a tremendous show, and now Kai Hunt does have his 400 triple guaranteed. 401 plus 2 balls, an incredible showing. Strings of 139, 125, and 137 plus plus. Five and 10. And that'll be an 8. Justin Corkum, a 115. Hunt's first ball. Splits up. He's going for count here. 406 plus whatever more he can get here. 3 and 2 split. and he'll put on the board an 8 fill for a 145 string, 409 triple. But A+ accounting, an 8-0 sweep in Drywall Concepts will fall behind Academy Lanes indeed for the second spot, regardless of what had actually happened. So, here you are, 558 to 544. I'll check the scorers here just to make sure I got that confirmed. Why not? 558 to 544 is confirmed. 1650 and 1700. Asterisks indicate substitutions. Drywall Concepts made quite a few. But there you see a high hunt 409. Fairly even contributions across the board. A lot of 3 teens down for Drywall Concepts otherwise. Kai Hunt a shining star, but A+ accounting solid success across the board. If not flashy, but effective, and an 8-0 victory all the same. So a very interesting duel between the now 2 seed and the 3 seed. We will disconnect this stream and start another one very soon. We expect it to be A+ accounting at Kingswood Bulletproof. We will confirm as soon as possible, and we look forward to seeing you soon. So long for now.